whisper in the dark, a tale untold, where shadows stretch as the night turns cold. Where wanderers are lost with nothing to claim, but the earth is shaking and the skies aren't the same. The rift is tearing through silent panic, swallowing stars and stealing magic. Who are we to fight as the world falls apart? But there's fire in our hands and a spark in our hearts. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite. At the rift where shadows creep, we'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel we'll face the night, together we'll stand ready to fight. Through storms of doubt our spirits roar, with each step forward we'll open the door. Though the path is dark and the end's out of reach, we'll stand united and step beyond the breach. A turtle seeking stories lost to time, each word a map for the mountains he climbs. A tabaxi feeds the world aflame, for slaves a Robin Hood he became. And I'll see more lost in the frozen deep, with memories faded, secrets to keep. We are broken, forgotten, underrate, but heroes arise when the hour's too late. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite. At the rift where shadows creep, we'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel we'll face the night, together we'll stand ready to fight. Through storms of doubt our spirits roar, with each step forward we'll open the door. Though the path is dark and the end's out of reach, we'll stand united and step beyond the breach. We are the stories no one will tell, the songs of old and forgotten wells. From hammer and book, oh, from shield and blade, in the silence of scholars, in the choices we've made. The rift may hunger, it may swallow us whole, but it cannot claim what burns in our soul. In the fading light, as the darkness spreads, we rise with the dawn through the path we tread. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite. At the rift where shadows creep, we'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel we'll face the night, together we'll stand ready to fight. Through storms of doubt our spirits roar, with each step forward we'll open the door. Though the path is dark and the end's out of reach, we'll stand united and step beyond the breach. In silence we stand, with fire in our eyes, ordinary souls but we choose to rise. Through the breach we'll walk without fear, to reignite hope and make the path clear. A whisper in the dark, a tale untold, where shadows stretch as the night turns cold. Where wanderers are lost with nothing to claim, but the earth is shaking and the skies aren't the same. The rift is tearing through silent panic, swallowing stars and stealing magic. Who are we to fight as the world falls apart? But there's fire in our hands and a spark in our hearts. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite. At the rift where shadows creep, we'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel we'll face the night, together we'll stand ready to fight. Through storms of doubt our spirits roar, with each step forward we'll open the door. Though the path path is dark and the end's out of reach, we'll stand united and step beyond the breach. A turtle seeking stories lost to time, each word a map for the mountains he climbs. A tabaxi feeds the world aflame, for slaves a Robin Hood he became. And us more lost in the frozen deep, with memories faded, secrets to keep. We are broken, forgotten, underrated, but heroes arise when the hour's too late. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite at the rift where shadows creep. We'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel, we'll face the night. Together we'll stand ready to fight. Through storms of doubt, our spirits roar. With each step forward, we'll open the door. Though the path is dark and the end's out of reach, we'll stand united and step beyond the breach. We are the stories no one will tell, the songs of old and forgotten wells. From hammer and book, oh, from shield and blade, in the silence of scholars, in the choices we've made. The rift may hunger, it may swallow us whole, but it cannot
Like it's hilarious.
Oh, dang it,
You're
chat.
just like, I made a
I
mistake.
forgot something. It was halfway
We did
there.
know that, did we?
Oh,
Did
I
we?
forgot something. I forgot to do the fucking edits.
link. Hold, chat, wait. You saw nothing.
I don't even know what you mean.
Goodbye.
Bye, chat.
a whisper in the dark, a tale untold.
Are we already on
Oh my
episode
God,
10?
chat, we're back.
Whoa,
Crazy.
chat, what's up?
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
God,
No, we're
it's
still on
been
episode
so
9.
long.
Oh no.
Holy.
Wait, what?
Oh. All right, there we go. Beyond the breach.
You did it.
Beyond the breach.
I like the way they
We'll
feel and shit.
stand united and step beyond the breach.
All right. I went and
Session 9 had no notes.
updated some stuff in Foundry. I updated the D&D like game setup system thingy.
Let's go.
And I updated a lot of my modules. So if things are different, sorry.
It's all good. We'll figure it out.
All right.
All right.
I have nothing.
Is there music playing in Foundry?
No,
or-
no. I'm
Okay.
like, what am I doing? With
No,
myself?
Nathan, fuck.
Yes, I am, Joel. Yes, I am. Thank you.
Okay. That feels like oddly loud to me. Is that oddly loud?
Oh,
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Sounds the same to me.
Okay.
Does anybody remember what name I used for the spider
Coda.
friend? Coda.
Coda.
Oh yeah. As soon as you said that, I was gonna start typing. That was the name of my character in that one shot, and then you said it was after somebody that you knew from the Frost Breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's right.
I've been
Yeah.
keeping that a trend. Every animal companion has been a character from one of the one shots.
No, that's actually a really cool trend.
You're right, Mr. Thundercracker. Shit,
Yep.
that's true.
Coda.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Who else?
It feels
there's one
loud.
It is a little bit. Yeah.
I'm lowering it.
Okay.
Kailesh was one.
Oh yeah.
That was your character, Nathan.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Rush.
Kailesh.
warlock.
The bird.
Yeah.
The warlock.
I
Yep.
summoned a bird.
Your
pre-Lavos
test
Lavos.
this.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Lavos of Alpha 1.
Yeah, he was
The
He's a big
alpha
boy.
Lavos.
That's not even what I meant.
a thick man.
I meant like, you know, when games are in alpha and they go to beta.
Oh yeah.
That's what I meant.
Totally. Damn, James, you and I are on point today, apparently.
Yeah. Let's go.
Nintendo's
Can we get a 7
my
Holy
God.
Shit.
All right, we're at two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Oh, my
Lord.
private.
I'm late.
It's so low, but it's not these
40,
crazy numbers.
43.
43. It's 67.
Holy shit!
Yo,
What
Four,
the
five,
is
six.
happening?
4, 5, 6.
Got the answer.
5, 6. How do we get 4,
Holy
5,
shit.
6?
99.
Holy
4,
shit.
5, 6, 99.
That is wild,
Wow.
y'all.
Way
This
to
is
go.
either the best
Crazy.
omen or we're dead.
Honestly.
Damn.
All right. Any questions, comments, or concerns besides Rowan?
Plenty.
Oh,
Besides, no.
I'm trying to think if there's
Everybody
anything
think
that
now.
happened. Was there anything that
God.
happened last session that was confusing? I don't think so.
trying to remember. I gotta look back at my notes. I thought I had a question.
I could ask this
Oh,
again after the
bitch.
recap if you like.
Yeah, good after the recap.
Josh, what color are your underpants?
Did you really call him?
And on that note,
Well, wait me in.
And on that note, where are my notes? Okay, on that.
you actually did. That's insane.
That's so
That
funny.
was so funny.
Oh my god.
Alrighty,
yeah, y'all
alrighty.
couldn't hear it. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
no, it's
what
okay.
did
You're
you
good.
say? No. What did you say? Because we couldn't hear it come through the mic.
Literally, Nathan messaged me and I was just like, "Oh, what's up, baby?" He was like, "Hey, I got a question for you. What color are your underpants?" So I just went, "Fuck!" and you couldn't hear it come through the mic at all.
Let it rip.
That's
That was
so funny.
Oh shit, it was good.
Okay.
okay.
Last episode, episode 9. Yensid summoned a spider named Coda to assist in his stealth mission to infiltrate the IAI's evidence locker and rob them. Lavos and Katash waited in the plaza outside the IAI headquarter building, kind of on standby if a distraction was needed. Yensid and Coda got into the building, riding on Officer Wynn's collar. And you climb through the vents to find evidence locker 722A. Inside, the locker appeared to be some sort of glowing object. You had a really tough time analyzing the room with 4 total nat ones, maybe 3. But when you needed to roll to hide in things, your rolls were enough. So it was on things that turned out to not matter not matter too much. But in the locker was 2 ledgers, not just one, a visitor's log and the inmate intake record. The visitor's log showed that every murdered council member had visited cell C23 within the last few months. And the inmate ledger lists a name you guys didn't recognize. It was Eleanor Thorne, Ellen something Thorne.
I think it was Ellen. I don't remember. Yeah.
Elena?
Something Thorne.
It
Elena?
was E.L.
Elena? Thorne?
Elena.
Was
It
it
was,
Elena
yeah.
Thorne?
I heard the name, but I was distracted. So
Yeah, Elena Thorne. Yeah, Yensid, you had written down everything on those logs to be able to share with the party. While you had done that, outside, Lavos and Katash had a moment bonding over the Chronicles of Ash TSA with their wine and picnic. Until a scrying eye dropped from the sky, inert and broken. Not too many people seem to notice it, but Lavos, you were one of the people who did notice it, and you noticed that from behind or further down the road, approaching the scrying eye and the IAI building, was this mysterious barefooted figure. When you went to get their attention, they instantaneously vanished. And within moments, alarms inside the building started to sound. The cloaked figure appeared next to Yensid, and it was Rowan. She used her rift magic to rift magic. That's not even. Where did I even get that? Anyway, she uses magic to breach the locker and steal the ledgers. And when an officer attempted to stop her, she stopped them, seemingly having some sort of feeble-minded effect. And left this symbol on his forehead that had been on the murdered council members. And then she dipped. From there, Lavos, you went to catch up with her to ask her some questions. And it turns out that Rowan knows who you are. And through questioning, you found out that she believes in the Grand Architect and is here carrying out his orders and doesn't really seem to want to stop whatever she's doing. At the Familiar's respite, the party debriefed with each other and shared what they learned with Officer Wynn. And just as Galleon knocks on the door to return to the group, I'm gonna try not to laugh while I finish this. To go back to the group, the party considered their next steps, which could be finding Neris or Selene to secure kind of breach guard authority for an investigation, to sneak into old crime scenes to find out more, or the very risky play of going directly to the ADW and investigating cell C23 and I suppose the rest of the building. However, one thing I did forget to mention in this is Katash and Lavos are kind of currently suspects. I would say they're wanted. They're suspects in this debacle. And so we pick up with Galleon knocking on the door to the room within the Familiar's respite.
Oh, nice. Do you think they found us? Should we hide while you answer the door?
I don't know, but I'm not going down without the fight.
Me neither. I'm gonna pull my hood and kind of shift to the side. Titty City.
Hello.
Oh. Finally someone noticed. Let's go. Yeah, I guess I'm turning my face. Yeah, no, you going to open the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just first. Who is it?
Friend, Galleon.
Pruitt?
I met you in the. Oh fuck, my map knowledge sucks. Hold on. The Grimstone Isles.
Okay.
I sang
I
to
opened
you.
the door.
I sang to you.
Involuntarily. And I step inside very quickly just to close the door.
Oh, it's just Galleon. You're tiny.
Yes.
We were just saying that we needed you for the next steps
Oh.
here.
What were you able to find?
Quite a bit.
Was
Yeah,
Wynn
do you wanna-
here? Sorry.
I think she was, yeah.
Okay, she's here.
Yeah.
Well, I found the ledgers. There were multiple. There's some interesting information there that we'll definitely need your assistance with. However, one of the more interesting things to note is your daughter came back.
Rowan's here.
She was. I don't know where she went. She just kind of teleported in, stole the books, attacked a guard. Well, defended herself from a guard. and then disappeared.
She stole the books.
She stole the ledgers, but not before I was able to copy down all the information I thought pertinent.
Do you show
What
Galleon?
could-
Yeah.
I'll pop it up.
Hmm.
Sorry, carry on.
We get
You
the answer.
Pop
Is
it up for me
is it
as
that one?
well.
Yeah, I'll pop it up for everyone.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Could the
Pop, pop,
Thank you.
pop it up.
What could they possibly want with ledgers from the IAI?
I think
that's
it
the
has
question.
something to do with what the fuck?
What? I
Oh,
feel like I popped up the
um,
wrong thing. I was like, wait a minute. What?
No, I was just looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
Oh,
I think it has something to do with someone named Elowin Thorne.
Elowin Thorne. Do I recognize that name?
Wife of Damon Thorne?
Either first or
Daughter,
surname?
maybe? Sister?
Surname you do recognize. Damon Thorne was a council member. I forgot what he was of.
Council of
how-
Rituals and Ceremonial
um,
Magic. Okay.
You can roll me a history though.
Roger that. 20.
Very nice.
30.
You know
Oh.
that Thorn is a fairly common name in
Hmm.
Kuldari
Oh.
and Ryleth. And that Damon Thorn does have a wife who last you check is not in prison, especially not within the last, 20-ish years. And also has a son, not a daughter. So
Okay. Interesting. Could be a sister. The only Thorn I know is Demon Thorn. He was one of the council members. He was the Counselor of Rituals and Ceremonial Magic. He was generally vain and showy, but he was well connected. I suppose it's not unusual that somebody that bears his name... Well, perhaps it is. All of this is strange.
Well, what's more concerning is all of the council members that have died are ones that visited this person under the classified Directive 741.
I've never heard of that before. That's...
I'm usually not suspicious of people, but you were a council member.
Of course I was. What do you mean?
But this is classified. You've never heard of a Directive 741? Weren't you up there with the rest of them?
Would I have? I'm assuming I wouldn't.
no, you wouldn't have.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you. It's entirely possible that it was enacted after I left, or perhaps I didn't bear a high enough clearance in order to actually know it at the time. There are those that were above me. I didn't hold the highest seat within the council.
I
That's
imagine
fine.
because it's classified. Maybe that's why you don't know what it is, even.
I suppose.
Maybe that's all it means, is that it's not to be disclosed, what they're speaking of.
Either
I'm not
way,
sure.
it's a lead. Everyone who
is.
visited this person died.
Yes.
Yes. The list is complete, it seems. And so then that begs the question, why? Why did she take it? What further purpose would they have with it?
Perhaps to cover the tracks. We were able to surmise that the people that were on this list that visited this cell all perished. If the IAI were to come with the same assumption or conclusion, they too would perhaps be able to interrogate this person and figure out why people are dying that are visiting them.
Question. Do I recognize a sort of standard of nomenclature? Like, is all 7-point anything directives, are they all related in some way? You know what I mean? Like, is there some sort of pattern to them that I would be able to make a guess at?
Like the
You
Dewey
can
Decimal
roll me
System.
history,
Right.
but I will have you know
Okay.
when you said nomenclature, I was definitely thinking of a gnome.
Oh, no.
So is Galleon.
I don't even know if these are numbers.
This is actually all
Nothing
just
whatsoever.
abstract art.
It's terrible. Abstract art.
Here we go.
I don't
Joel.
know. Well, is that all that happened then? You were able to get in, identify the ledgers, get out, and
No,
Rowan was there?
There's there's more. So Katash and I made a mistake. Potentially a big one.
I forgot to note, Lavos' hair is like a fuchsia color
yes.
right now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That just dawned on me.
I totally
You just see
forgot.
my see my eyes constantly going between your eyes, your hair, your eyes, your hair.
I guess I have my hood up right now, so I'm gonna like pull it back to show the full hair. But so we're potentially not fugitives, but suspects, it seems, with the stealing of these books. Because when Rowan approached the building, I approached her and I asked her who she was, and she teleported inside, and then the alarms went off, and we feared the worst for Yen. So we ran in, and had no plan
They
whatsoever.
had no faith in me. None.
I just feared for your safety, and frankly, my feet started moving before I could even think about it. But yes, they saw our faces. We came running through the building with no plan, and then we came running out of the building, and then hid.
Well, that's problematic.
Well,
indeed.
we do have Officer Wynn here. Do you think he would be able to assist in clearing our name as suspects? I mean, we told you what we know. We gave you our statement, per se.
That's just not protocol, because, like, you'd have to go in.
What if you told them that you
It's almost
found
dinner time.
suspects and interrogated them or questioned them and deemed that they were
By myself? Without any backup or witnesses?
There is another
Either.
option.
Oh, what's that?
Well, thus far, the breach guard have not been accepted here with open arms, given the nature of everything. If we were to change that, which any council member, standing council member, could do, then, well, you would be cleared. You're here on official business. At that point, your actions would have been sanctioned to an
there are
extent.
two members that did something that they weren't already sanctioned for and could make everyone more against the breach guard.
You were doing what you needed to in order to perform an investigation, and given the situation, we should be able to explain it in such a way, especially if we are able to contact somebody on the council that would be favorable to our cause. Unfortunately, the only one that I can think of in that regard is either Neris or, well, the High Arcanist
Arcanist?
herself.
That
Yes.
was one of our choices of where we could go next. It's that, or we investigate these murders and see what details have been left out about it. Or
Well, I think that's a good cause. I think we have priorities. We should get you both cleared before then so that there's no hassle going forward. Selene would be a good one to pursue. I had spoken with her several times. Our interactions were always entirely professional. She holds herself very proper and remains neutral on most topics. I'm sure she could see reason here.
I suppose I'd remain here then while you do that, and wait for the word to go out. There's more. We can speak of what we'll do here, but there's more you should know.
Oh,
When Rowan left the building, I followed her, and she went walking through town, and
you found her again.
I did, yes. And I caught up to her, and I asked her a few questions. She actually remained for me to ask the questions, which was unexpected. But it revealed some things. So, she knows me, it seems. She's remembered my name, my full name. She's called me Lavos Tinvel. She said that she knew me and he knew me as well. So when he saw me in the vision, he being the Grand Arcanist, of course, when he saw me in the vision, he recognized me. That's why he said, "There you are." And so I suppose I led him there. Before I lost my memories, I've been on the other side of a rift with them to some degree, and I'm not sure how.
And she knew you in some
She
way.
knew me. It seems I have to assume we weren't enemies. She didn't try to kill me. She didn't seem to have malice toward me. But when I asked her, she seemed to lie and say we hardly knew each other. And, well, I can't even say it was a lie. Maybe we did hardly know each other. All I can say is we weren't enemies. But maybe we were friends. She believes in him, though, this Grand Arcanist. Even though she said he would kill her if he knew that she spoke to me. She said that he's a good man. He was once a good man and is now going to be again in the future. But it seems they differ a bit right now, but she believes in him still and stands by him.
He has my daughter. He doesn't sound like a very good man.
That's what I told her. His heart seems to be full of malice, but hers doesn't. She saved you, and she didn't attack me when I asked her these questions. She even answered some of them.
So you're saying she seems clear of mind in some way,
Oh,
choosing to be this.
She's murky for sure. With him next to her, her actions can't be fully trusted, but I believe we might be able to appeal to her soul.
Especially when some of those actions are her placing that symbol on people's foreheads.
She did what?
Oh, yes.
I hadn't quite gotten to that part yet, but when the guard tried to apprehend her, she stuck her hand out and placed it upon his face and
She
forehead.
killed him.
No. She teleported away, but when she did, the symbol was left behind.
But like I said before, the symbol wasn't there when he went to the medics.
What?
It seemed the symbol disappeared, but I know I saw it. I saw it clear as day. I had 8 eyes to see it with.
And he
was-
didn't
You say she
remember a
knew.
thing.
That is. Well, I suppose the plot thickens in some way, and somehow
But
is
she
more
didn't
difficult than
kill
before.
him. She just merely wiped his memory of it and knocked him unconscious. So we don't know if it's her that actually has killed all of them.
It seems they're not killing just anyone, but they're select targets. At least she isn't. She seems to spare the innocent, but
Correct.
Either way, she's involved in some way with these.
there's a lot of unanswered questions, but
And she can vanish before our eyes, and I still don't know how that's possible. But I tried to get her to meet you, Galleon. But
She
she
did.
Yes. I told her that maybe there's something we could do to help her, but she said that she knows your power is gone now. But her reasoning wasn't that she didn't want to. It's that she believed it would be ineffectual. That we couldn't actually do anything to help her. So maybe if we can find a way, she'd be willing.
She was a part of the initial attack that took that from me in the first place. I don't know why she would suddenly want me to have it back. Granted, she stopped him from killing me. I suppose there's some solace there.
was there, besides your research and works with the Rift Forge engine, were there any other magics or spells within your spell book that perhaps shouldn't have been there, or perhaps were taboo, or
Not anything that would have been unsanctioned or any sort of careless sort of danger. I suppose with any experimenter, any level of experimenting can be risky, and I myself had been working on some of my own spells, even. But they had never seen fruition.
anything of note? Anything that
Quite.
might seem as if it did come to fruition, it would be quite powerful?
No, I hadn't gotten that far. All of my efforts had been redirected to the Rift Forge engine. Those had mostly been musings of myself when I had time to dive into academia when it came to magic. Nothing that immediately comes to mind. I don't know why they would have wanted my spellbook. None of this makes sense.
Do you have the ability to disguise someone magically, by chance?
Sadly, currently I don't. Hold on, is transmutation? Is
I was gonna
disguise
say, some-
transmutation?
Oh no, alter self-awareness was enchantment, isn't it?
I think so.
Alteration?
It's illusion. That makes more sense.
Oh, never
I-
mind. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not readily so. Especially now. Though I suppose I could find a scroll.
Oh.
That would allow me to remember the magic much easier, as with any wizard.
That would be very helpful for a time such as this. As you see,
Yes.
I could pull up a hood if I had to, but he's got a tail and ears, and there's not many like him.
It's
There are
true.
none others that I've seen.
Officer Wynne, is there any
Yeah.
way that you know of that we could lie low with relative safety while we get this sorted? Perhaps Yensid and I could pay the High Arcanist a visit while Katash and Lavos lie low.
I mean, staying here is lying low. I guess.
Right. I wasn't sure if the
Would be the
III
best.
regularly patrolled this area.
Well,
why I
outside.
Hopefully
asked.
not our rooms.
That was my fear.
I don't think they're gonna come into anybody's rooms, but they might go into the tavern. They might. You're mostly just gonna see them on the street.
All right. Well, I suppose that's encouraging. I suppose this should be our top priority then. Oh, also, I was able to find some information during my own research. I know where 2 of the individual council members were killed. Isolde was killed in an abandoned council laboratory. That's all that I was able to get and locate on the outskirts of the city. She and I never particularly saw eye to eye. She was the High Curator of Magical Ethics. But I don't know what would have caused her to visit an abandoned council laboratory on the edge of the city. That part's unclear. And
What's a council laboratory? What would be there even?
I suppose that's the
It just means that it's a laboratory sanctioned by the council and used for
Oh,
council things versus like academic things.
Was there anything in particular that this laboratory was used for?
I have no memory of.
I
It's-
don't know.
well, me neither. Oh, you weren't asking me. Sorry.
Anyone, really. But anyone that might know, feel free to.
It's a lead at least. Perhaps we could check it out at some point once we have all of your names cleared, and it could offer some sort of insight.
Well, I suppose that's the best first place to start, is to whatever path it takes to clear our names.
I believe Selene would be the most prudent option,
Of course.
mainly
Well-
because Neris would be nigh impossible to find.
And plus, Agnes Selene can clear anybody's name, ever, even if they were exceptionally guilty. I don't know why she would do that though, but she can
It's
clear
good to
names.
know.
Yes, and like I
Wonderful.
said, she never chose sides. She was not biased in her opinion. That's part of the reason why she's the High Arcanist. She remains perfectly neutral. I'm certain that she will be able to see reason with this.
It's great
Yeah.
news.
Well,
I suppose
guess
that's where you
a good
start then.
Yes. Well, I suppose there's no time to waste then. But first, did Rowan say anything else? Afterwards, what happened? Did she leave? Is she still in the city? I mean,
She teleported, and I'm not sure if that's within the city or without, but it's unclear exactly where she went. But she was very hesitant to answer my questions, but she also seemed to want to, because she didn't leave immediately. She spoke with me for a while and seemed frustrated at having to skirt the lines. I'm not sure.
but she knew you.
She knew me. Yes. She said I've been on the other side of a rift. With her. With him.
Well, that is, I suppose, something.
Have you checked your journal since finding out that you
I
are?
did when I entered the room, but it's been like 20 minutes. I'm gonna open it again. and see it.
Just
No.
wondering.
No, nothing.
Have you tried writing in the journal yourself?
No, I didn't want to mess it up, honestly. But I'm not really sure if it would. I didn't want to take the risk.
Cliff notes.
It's the only thing I have, really, in my own possession. So
Well, another interesting point with all of this is that maybe the Clockwork Arcanum has somehow found a way to harness Annie Reed's magic, and that's why her name was popping up. Perhaps it's not Annie at all. Perhaps it's some sort of echo of what she discovered. I don't know. I feel like we have even less information now than we did before.
You won't know more without further investigation, so...
Well,
Very true.
Lavos, I suppose we shall continue our date here.
Yes. Second picnic.
Look at both of them.
When did you two?
Yeah, okay.
You look good out of here right now.
I hand him the half bottle of wine that Katashi.
Cheers to you two.
Well,
Sid, would you like to accompany me?
Of course.
Perfect timing. I'm gonna go take care of food stuff then. I'll
There
be
you
right
go.
back.
and I mean, Katash, if you want to sneak around, I mean, no one's stopping you.
True.
Probably best I stay here, but I don't like being cooped up.
If only we had a way of contacting each other at great distances.
It's like the fifth time you
Yes.
guys have said that.
That would be incredible.
I get it. I get it. You just haven't done it yet.
That would
He-
be
he-
quite
he first,
easy.
So,
All right.
No, I
so-
think I'll stay so Lavos doesn't get lonely.
We'll let you know as soon as your names are cleared.
You head off to
Right.
the High Arcanist estate.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of none of the. Despite Kuldari being like a metropolis by definition, it's not. There's no skyscrapers. There are the occasional spire, but it's not like modern. So like among all these kind of more densely packed buildings is this sort of section that is reserved for the High Arcanist estate, kind of a bit like the White House, if you will. And so you are at the gate. I'm not gonna make you do anything crazy. So you're at the gate.
Okay.
And I would say there's like this magical mirror on the wall where you would know, like, if you go and you step in front of it, it would show you the person on the other side to be able to communicate.
Okay.
fancy.
I don't know. It just
Well,
came to mind.
I like that. Straighten out my attire and step in front of it and just wait until I see anybody on the other side of it.
You would see a butler on the other side.
Gunther.
I don't know my name. Splendid. Hello. How can we assist you today?
Hello, my name is Galleon Eldarian. At one point, I was a member on the Kuldari Council. I am currently not, although I have humble need of High Arcanist Selene Virel's assistance in a matter of great importance.
I understand. The High Arcanist is not accepting any visitors at the moment. What? You may come in. That's all you see. As the door just unlocks.
Interesting. Well, all right.
That was easy.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm as surprised as you are. All right.
Do you
Those
think?
are being expected.
Are there any scrying eyes nearby?
Good question.
Yes. Yes, there are a lot of scrying eyes, more than you've ever seen.
Okay.
Do you? I'm a whisper. Do you think I should mention the ledgers?
That's a good question. Not right away.
We should have came up with a plan beforehand. If I tell her that our investigations with the breach guard led us here and we did the inspection of these ledgers we heard about, which we then found to be kept secret by...
Just like stalling as much as possible.
It's not the front doors, you know, like you gotta walk away through like the
Right,
courtyard.
like through a courtyard. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Perhaps not right away.
All right.
But if the time feels right, I trust your judgment.
Oh, shit.
Okay, and just start walking through, I guess.
Yeah. When you arrive at the front door, it is opened for you. But to your surprise, it is not opened by an unseen servant or butler. It's opened by Selene herself.
What?
She just simply says, Galleon, I
Selene,
was wondering when you would visit me. Come in.
I'm sorry I was tardy in my timing.
And she would just step to the side and let you in. It is an exceptionally posh estate. But I will say it does not take a high perception to note that there's nothing really of personal value in this building. Like, it's all just very staged. Because Galleon,
okay.
you would know that this estate is not Selene's estate, it's the High Arcanist's estate. So it
That makes sense.
changes hands when the hands change, you know?
White House.
Yep, so even more like the White House, yeah.
Yen. Selene is an Earth Ganassi made of obsidian with
Girl.
giant smooth pearl eyes. She's low-key kind of intimidating to look at, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I will pop her up.
Can you...
And she's yeah.
Yeah.
So she's
Can you
got
write her
a
name
very-
for me in chat, please?
I did. Didn't I pop up?
She did.
Oh, my thing's not auto-scrolling.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, it does that to me too. I don't know why.
Yeah, mine does.
God, that art is so good.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Well,
High
would you-
Arcanist is her title.
Would you like some tea?
Of course, that would be wonderful.
This way. She goes and she makes the tea herself. Like, there's nothing, like, very kind of just out of
Did she-
character, I guess.
I was gonna ask. Okay, what?
Well, the High Arcanist, obviously, like, everyone talks about the High Arcanist like they're not even a person anymore. You know, so you're getting this
Yeah.
very, like, this is a person view of her.
Yeah.
And I think also Selene is very, her temperament is very even. Like, she doesn't
Mm.
even if you're yelling in her face, she's not even gonna flinch. She's stone. Like, she has that very Earth Ganassi level-headedness.
That makes sense.
Galleon. Well, actually,
Yes.
my name is Selene Farrell. As she looks to Jensen.
Oh, yes, Malay. I'm Yen Sid. It's an honor to meet your acquaintance.
And said, the pleasure is mine. Do you have a preference of tea, perchance?
Green.
She goes, and she has this like, just like super organized tea cabinet, like alphabetical order, but separated by like floral green and black tea. And, like, just you can tell like that's where her personality comes through.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And she starts brewing the tea and gestures to the kitchen table, nothing fancy, and eventually brings over the tea.
Do I see any servants or
No.
bodyguards or anything like keeping tabs, like hidden in the shadows?
No.
That was, yeah.
Nothing. Okay.
Does that feel out of the ordinary for what I've known of her thus far?
It's out of the ordinary for what is custom.
Okay. Good to know.
She's essentially like POTUS,
Yeah,
everyone needs
like-
to keep her safe. But unlike POTUS, she's a high level wizard. So
Yeah, I was just gonna
there's that
say,
too.
okay. So, okay. Thank you very much.
Of course. So why have you
I-
come to visit me, Galleon?
Well, might I speak bluntly? I have always respected your rule and your authority. I believe that you have made an excellent ruler for Kuldari during less trying times than the more trying ones. I believe you are dependable, as well as reliable source of wisdom and reason. And that's why I come to you now. I was asked by a dear friend of mine to come investigate the murders that have been occurring around Kuldari. My ex-council members, my friends, he was concerned, and rightfully so, and reached out to someone that he trusted. And I know I don't hold a seat on the council anymore. They were still people. And to lose ones that at one point in my life I called friends was concerning, to say the least. We've gotten here, and we have experienced, shall we say, a modicum of resistance from the IAI, Maris Quell in particular, which seems strange to me. I understand that they are carrying out their investigations and wish probably for not just anybody to get involved, but quite frankly, I'm not just anybody, nor are the companions that I travel with. We are Breach Guard, and historically Kuldari has been accepting of the Breach Guard's initiative as well as supportive of our cause, and it seems that those who once were are no longer. You know, on second thought, I'm out of here.
Everyone's name is just an anagram. Sorry. Took me out.
Oh, shit. I asked for support from some members of the council that I previously could trust on these matters, and quite frankly, I am perplexed at the resistance to it. The Breach Guard has no personal inclinations towards an outcome in this matter. They are a neutral party. As such, I would assume that it would be pretty evident that they want to reach the truth, whatever the truth may be. And if there's resistance, it leads me to believe that the truth is intentionally being hidden. All of this to say, I've come here to ask if you would sanction the Breach Guard's activity within the city during this time and allow us to assist in the investigation to the extent that you would see fit. I trust your judgment in such a matter.
That is a big demand.
Demand is too strong a word. I would never make such a thing. This is a humble request.
That is a large request.
Would it help if it were a demand from the Breach Guard? Would it make it easier for you?
It wouldn't have any sway on me at all. The Breach Guard
Alright.
has no power here unless I give it to them. Or another
That's fair.
council person.
I'm still new to this, so I wasn't sure how deep our power was.
As I said, that's
Aren't
why
you relieved, Galleon?
I am. And as such, that's why I emphasize that this is a request, a favor even.
No, I mean
I know that I have.
the council persons who have perished, their beliefs They opposed yours, typically.
Well, not all of them. There have been a mixture of people that have been lost, some who agreed with me, some who didn't. And even if my beliefs differed from theirs, they were still people. And having the different beliefs on the council was part of what made us arrive at a variety of decisions, some which were the right for one cause and some which were the right for another. I would always see true to that.
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay.
It's too late for
Oh,
guidance.
bitch.
No, you guys are like deep in conversation. If you wanted to do that, yeah, you could.
Just give him a nudge. Like, speak true.
Speak
Give him
true?
some guidance.
Oh, guidance. Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that, Joel. That was me.
It's a 4.
Bring
But
him
yeah.
up to the
She rolled a natural 20.
Yep. Fuck.
It's good though.
Well, yeah.
While I understand that the Breach God is a neutral party, your previous endeavors, Galleon, they do play a role in your opinions and your biases. So I must ask you, what do you hope to gain?
From what might I ask?
This investigation, the truth. What is it you hope to gain?
You said it yourself. The truth. I hope to know who would dare to take the lives of my previous comrades, my previous friends, even.
And what will you do
As I said.
when you know?
Well, far be it from me to be the one to enact judgment, but I would see that they be put through the proper channels at your behest to receive proper judgment for what they've done, and not let it go unfinished.
What if the person is someone you know? Someone you care for? Would you
Can I
still...
inside check her? Does she know
Absolutely.
something?
Would you still bring them to justice? Hello, nat 20s. Hello.
Okay.
He's a snitch.
He's a snitch.
Yep, I'm getting
That
my
sounds
stitches
funny.
already. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Selene is an incredibly hard person to read because she's quite literally made out of stone.
Yeah.
You've never known her to engage in a conversation without knowing the facts.
Mm.
She's always well prepared. And the fact that there are no guards around only tells you what level of preparation she has for this conversation.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I think so. Interesting. If it was someone that I knew, well, were it permitted to me, I would ask them why. Why? Because if I knew them, I trusted them at one point, or at least I would assumed. To be entirely honest with you, I don't know. But life has been taken, and that can't go without some level of reprimand.
Very well. And what will you do, Yen Sid?
I've always just wanted to know the truth. It's the knowledge of the world. It's not my place to pass judgment or pass judgment. I want to know why as well. And to be honest, there are some things that tie it directly into the investigations of the breach guard, which I would be more willing to prize you on if you were more willing to work with us and to give us the information you have.
You have brought quite the persuader with you.
I choose my friends carefully.
So you are a collector of knowledge. And what do you do with your knowledge, Yen?
I believe that knowledge is to be shared with everyone who would be willing to obtain it. I write novels, I write history books, I work for libraries, and more so for my own personal gain of just wonder and curiosity. I just want to see the world and what it has to hold, and I think that everyone should be able to see those things and hear about them.
Roll me persuasion.
I give you guidance.
I give myself guidance.
It's all
I'm not gonna
around.
click it just because it's a cantrip, so I feel
That's
like
fine.
it'll
That's fine.
just
I know what it does.
Situational bonus 1d4.
Devo.
Not bad.
Nice. 17. Pretty solid.
Very well. What is it you'd like me to share with you?
Are you asking me or him?
You, Yen.
Maybe you.
Oh, well, why is it that all of the council members that have perished visited one individual in particular? What have they done, and why are they being detained? I'm assuming you know who I speak of, as you're the High Arcanist.
You mean the prisoner in cell C-23?
Yes.
I have recently come to learn that there even is a cell C-23. Because there should only be 20 cells.
I'm remaining silent for the moment as I'm going to let Yensid speak in this.
How curious. Then, oh boy. Just one moment. I just quickly.
Yeah.
I just quickly pull out the ledger papers and glance at them, see if I see C21, 22, and then put it away real quick. Well, what does the name Elowin Thorn mean to you?
Absolutely nothing.
Do you know who she is?
No.
Oh boy, I'm running out of questions. Why would the IAI be hiding this information?
There are two logical reasons. One, that they don't want people to know that they are keeping it a secret because they have ill intentions. Or two, that if the information and the truth was to be released and enter the public eye, it could create mass hysteria. Not everything is covered up for something terrible. Sometimes it's
agree.
covered up to protect.
Well, I may have more questions, but for now, my mind eludes me as I'm trying to process the fact that you're not even fully in the know of everything that's happening within the city. So, as I stated, I would be more willing to give you information. As a member of the Breach Guard, you know that we investigate the rifts and the ongoings. We have learned that there are entities that come from these rifts that seem to be in control of them. One of which seems to be responsible for the deaths of the council members, or at least they are an accomplice. And in that research, we learned that John Stamos, what is his name? Varos, what?
Ooh.
Vanos, the IAI director,
Oh, Morris
Morris
Quell.
Maros Quell.
John Stamos.
Maros Quell was the one hiding this information within the IAI. And he does not like the Breach Guard nor want our help, which just makes him seem more suspicious. I don't like him. He gives me an odd feeling. And I'm quick to trust everyone, honestly. So for someone to give me that sort of feeling, well, it's not good.
Have you ever made an acquaintance of a annulment wizard before, Yen?
An acquaintance of an annulment wizard. Have I? Met a lot of people.
Because
but
the
no.
Order of Zoindar is they teach annulment wizardry.
Oh.
They invented the College of Annulment. So I'm
Do
going
I-
to
do
say
I know
quite
that?
the opposite. Yeah.
Okay. No, I've always actually been anti-Zoindarkian. Zoindoinkian?
Zoindar. Zoindarian.
Yes, that's the one. So no, I can't say that I have.
Annulment wizards have that kind of effect on any spellcaster. To make you feel uneased. Like something in their words is invasive.
It did feel invasive.
It is what they do.
God damn it, Joel. Well, I still believe that he is responsible for covering up these murders. I think he's in on it somehow or some way. I could be wrong. I'm not a detective. I am a librarian and a storyteller.
I appreciate your thoughts, Yan. And Galleon, you've been awfully quiet.
Yes, I have. I wish for you to get to know this friend of mine apart from my influence whatsoever. To to see that he is true to his word just as I am to mine, and that we are here for what I believe to be the right reasons. Not some sort of political agenda, not some sort of preferred outcome or bias. I'm here because a friend asked me to be. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I have higher priorities with these rifts, and as a member of the Breach Guard nowadays. All of us do. But we also believe that to some extent, this could be connected, as Yen has said. And so we're here for good purpose.
Roll me a persuasion with advantage. Guidance.
Guidance.
I saw it, Nick. I didn't hear it, but I saw it.
Yep.
I'm trying not to clicky clap.
19.
19.
You gave me a +3 with that. Nice.
Yeah, dude.
You have my endorsement that the Breach Guard may investigate.
Thank you. So
Can we get that in writing?
Yes.
that would be helpful.
And she just kind of like flourishes with her hand, and it's just in front of you.
Sounds about right.
That's impressive.
Do I, when I look at them, does it have, like, are there essentially badges, writs? Does it have names on them, or just
It's-
Breach Guard?
Kind of like a warrant, if you will, like that piece of paper
Okay.
signed by Selene.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a piece of paper though.
Okay, but just one that we would like carry
Yeah.
as a group.
Just one.
Okay.
I do actually have another question that's come to mind.
Yes.
Would it be you or this piece of paper or someone else entirely that would allow us access to the C block of the detention center?
That piece of
Detention.
paper grants you access to everything that I would have access to, which is all of it.
Right. All right. Are you privy to where Neris is? We know that she's put herself in hiding, but we may have to ask her some questions.
Yeah,
at some
she's-
point.
A slippery one.
My knowledge of Neris's whereabouts were not Neris's doing, so I will not share them.
That's fair.
That is respectable. If I might ask, it seems that you are being kept in the dark on certain topics, as you knew not of the existence of the cell block before. As I've mentioned, we are here to get to the bottom of whatever the truth is here, and I wish for you to be in the know as well. If you'd like, we can keep you in the loop on anything that we do find.
The ascending stones?
Maybe 5 of them.
I would appreciate that. But Galleon,
Yes.
there are many scrying eyes in this city.
That's why I ask.
It would be foolish to think that I only know as much as I have spoken.
True enough.
Is she saying that she knows what they did? What
Selene,
we did?
would you mind if I speak more bluntly?
We are in the comfort of my home. You are more than welcome to. This is not the Concordium.
Lord, forgive me. I feel like we've been looking over our shoulders ever since we arrived.
I do not blame
If you would mind, even if it's your filtered thoughts, I am curious what you think of what's going on. Everybody seems to be confused, not in the know, or otherwise choosing to stay in the dark.
You are confusing confusion with denial. Yes,
Denial.
yeah. I'm sorry. This is like there was like an epiphany sound. I just had a pause.
You obviously know who Annie Reed is. Was.
I am aware of Annie Reed. I did not know her personally.
Nor did I. But I believe that in some strange way she might be connected to this as well.
I agree with you.
To what extent, I'm unsure.
I will say this. Isolde Varn was murdered in an abandoned research facility that was under council regulation. That research facility was abandoned because that is where the first teleportation circle was created.
I was never made aware of the precise whereabouts of it. Well,
Not many people were. And to find Isolde's body in the basement only tells you one thing.
well, your insights are deeply helpful. I suppose then the breach guard has some investigating to do, now that we are officially welcome here.
And you have my letter.
I do. And thank you. Not as Galleon Eldarian, an ex-council member, but simply as a citizen of Kudari that respects what you've done for this city.
I appreciate that. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Where, where would you recommend we start this investigation? You seem to have a lot of information. Is there anywhere you think would be a waste of our time?
I think you know where you're looking.
I think so too, but just, just to be safe and cover all bases, I thought I'd ask.
What you have acquired is the path you should follow. Anything else, any overthinking or rumination, is just a distraction.
That's a good word.
Well, like I said, your wisdom is deeply valued. Well, Yen, perhaps we should tell our friends that we have our direction.
It's a long walk back, but yep.
That it is. Well, the tea was wonderful.
Would walk you to the foyer. An unseen servant would open the front door for you. And she would go to walk up the stairs.
Just watching her.
She gets
Same.
about halfway up before she turns around like she forgot something and says, Galleon, I hope that the truth you find is the truth you're looking for.
Well, are there any scrying eyes immediately around us as we're towards the foyer? Okay. To be perfectly blunt, I can tell that you know much more than I do in this matter, and I appreciate what little warning you're giving me. I will endeavor to do so to the best of my ability.
He's got good friends with him. It'll be fine.
That I do. That I do.
Best of luck. And she continues to walk up the stairs. All right.
Thank you, Celine.
As you walk back, Katash,
Mm-hmm.
You are mixing it up in the Witchy Tavern.
Mm-hmm. Damn straight.
Yes.
Sorry.
At this point, Katash has probably wandered the halls, getting bored in the room.
Oh, I was boring
Knowing
to him.
Yeah. You were.
Oh.
Get over it.
Sorry, Lavos.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I can't be contained. He, knowing they're on the lookout for us, he's probably taken some of the curtain or decoration they have, like some of the black fabric, and like tied a Zorro style mask with like the 2 little eyes cut out.
Okay.
And he's gonna like wander over to the 2nd floor and kind of look out over the dining hall.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I'm just seeing what's going on down there. If I'm
Not
there busy.
much. It's between lunch and dinner. So it's just kind of like that lull. There's like a couple people, handful maybe, in here.
What's the staff looking like?
We'll say they look as miserable as usual.
Wait. It looks like they could use someone to cheer them up. I'm gonna like slide down the railing on the stairs.
Mm-hmm. It definitely catches the eye of the hostess at the desk bar thing. Whoa.
Hello. I would take a pint. I sit down at the bar.
She goes and she pours you a pipe.
Long day?
I guess. I just got here.
I sit my drink. Well, I have some time to kill this afternoon. I don't suppose y'all need a cook's help.
I don't know. I'm not a cook.
Oh, you're no fun. I finish my drink quickly.
This is just awkward silence. Like, what is this?
Sit there silently staring off.
She's gonna go back to doing her job.
I'll take another one. She
Pours
goes
you
to
a
turn
pint.
around.
All right. So eventually,
The rest of the day there.
Galleon and Yen, you come back to a cat burglar at the bar.
Oh no.
And
Um,
Lavos, did you want to do anything? Or you
I think he's pretty fucking. He doesn't want to ruin anything, like he
Okay,
already
so he's
has.
just
So he's
kinda
like, he's sequestering himself to the room. I don't, is
Oh.
Win in there with me, or is it just?
Wim would
Just
have
me.
left to
Okay.
go back to not raise suspicion that she's gone.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think the only thing he'd do is check his book. I think he might actually try to talk to Arundel.
Okay.
He'd try to enter into a meditative state if he could. His
Roll-
reasoning is not great, but it's something. So if it works, we'll see.
Okay.
But it's reasoning.
Mommy Arundel on the way. Roll your spell ability.
Spell ability. Okay.
Like,
Is
loses
I'm
its
literally the dumbest point in school. It's proficiency plus spellcast ability modifier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Which I'm gonna use frostbite embodiment again, so it's gonna be 1d20 plus. What is our proficiency? 2 plus 4.
Damn.
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 All right.
Well, it works. I mean, you sit and you commute.
Okay. So I actually connect.
Yeah. That's how you see the statue again. I feel like that's not even where. Hold on, because that's not even like where she is. That's just a.
It's a representation.
Yeah, I'll actually say you see Kikri, because that's technically where she is. So you see Kikri, you see new Kikri. Don't have the
Oh, that's right.
picture. Give me a minute, but carry on.
Carry
Oh,
on.
wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Copy that. I'll meditate really hard.
Well, I assume you're talking to her.
Yeah, but I didn't want to talk to her while you're still looking for something.
I
If it's
see.
gonna be.
I see.
Yeah.
Let me just. Himina. Let me see if I can find that. I know it's on my computer. It's just where. Oh, right. It should be in the slideshow because it's on the slideshow.
Oh, that's right.
Here. Open, select file, save, close, click, show players.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll describe it. Essentially,
It's
you know,
beautiful.
Kikri was kind of like this sculpted structure before, and I had the floating rocks around it. It had like carved stone stairs. All of that is kind of gone. With like the rocks that were once floating had fallen, and now new rocks are kind of permeating the air. They kind of jet out the ground. Kikri itself has fallen, creating this almost like crater, I guess I want to call it, where it fell, and it snapped in half. And
Oh shit.
there's one piece like in the ground, and then there's another piece that's just kind of like hovering next to it, and that's the two halves. And you come to realize, probably for the first time realistically, that Kikri is a giant slab of factrixite.
Oh shit. That's sick.
Now that all the extra stuff is gone.
Damn. Okay. That's really cool.
And
So
that's
this is
it.
where I find myself.
That's where
And
you
that's it. Do I see her there, or I just see
yeah.
this place?
You see this place. I'll say like the altar is just kind of somewhere in the ground, you know,
Okay.
kind of just messed up.
Sure.
Even like the part of old Kikri where it had Wudis's like tribute placard, that's like somewhere in the ground as well. She's just kind of like by the altar.
Okay. I'm gonna walk a bit closer then. And Arendelle?
I don't remember her voice ever. Yes.
Hey, what's good?
It's just Fritz's
Just
voice.
kidding. Oh god,
So
forgot about that.
funny.
It's getting a bit easier to connect to you now. I'm surprised. I hope I'm not interrupting anything that you're doing. I'm not really sure how this works, if it actually takes your time or not.
You are not bothering me, Lavos.
Good.
But I assume that you have tried to contact me for a reason?
Yes, a few. See, I've recently found out some news about my past that I can't remember. You're probably the most powerful being that I know. And I'm just curious. I've given myself to you as your warlock, you as my patron. Is there anything that you can see within me, peer within me, that others can't know about me? My past, my history, even things I've forgotten.
I don't know if I can see what even you have forgotten. But I can see your energy.
My energy? How do you mean?
Everything has energy. Some people call it mana, magic, spirit. Everything has power within it.
You see mine, but not my past energy or power or mana. Just currently what's before you.
Just currently, but remember that your past shapes who you are, and your energy is an echo of that.
Forgive me, I don't want to misunderstand. Are you saying then that my current energy gives you some sort of insight into my past and events thereof, maybe? Or just that it shapes who I am today?
I suppose it's a bit of both. It is who
Makes
you are
sense.
today. But before I even gave you powers, you had energy, which means you had some sort of practice or innate inkling for something beyond the mundane.
That's good to know, I suppose. I figured I was just powerless before you, but I don't remember it, so I am curious, though. I'm concerned that I might not have been a good man before. You know more of this stuff than I do, I suppose. If someone's soul can be marred by their actions,
Of course.
do you see any marking on me of darkness or blight of some sort?
Definitely not a blight.
That's good.
I don't know if I see any scars or markings.
I'm glad for that. It's just a mystery, and it plagues me a bit, but I figured I'd ask you if you knew. I'm sorry if it
Great.
bothered you.
My knowledge is limited to the Lavos who is before me. You're going to have to delve into places and people and situations of your past to reconcile with your amnesia. I don't know if I can help you with that.
That's good to know. I don't have to bother you again with these questions.
Not bothering me, Lavos.
That's good to know as well. Well, I guess I'll look elsewhere then. Thank you for the bit you could tell me. How are you? Everything all right?
Yes, just cleaning. She kicks a pebble.
This place, it looks a bit different than when I was last here.
It's a bit more, I suppose, authentic now.
It's beautiful in a different way. But staggering nonetheless.
Makes you feel small.
Nick just figured something out, sorry. That it does, yes. Most of what I'm seeing these days makes me feel small. But to be fair, I didn't really know much, so a lot to learn.
Take your time learning it.
I
You
will.
only get one life.
I've gotten 2 so far, it seems.
No. I mean, even when you wake up, you're still Lavos.
Mm. Indeed. Well, thank you.
Mm.
I've got to go back now. I'm wanted for something I didn't do, but things are weird right now where we are. So I should be alert.
Well, you have my powers.
That I do. And I'd be hopeless without them. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye. He'd leave. Come back to reality and then chill in the room.
Whoop, there goes gravity.
Exactly.
Back to real.
Galleon. Yes.
Yes.
You walk into the tavern. Cat burglar.
Perfect.
drinking Pints at the bar. Frosty.
I knew
nowhere
I-
to be seen.
Oh, yeah, and we should.
What the-
Oh, we.
741. Why didn't we ask?
Of course, I can't believe we didn't ask about 7.4.1. Well,
I knew something was going to come
that's
to me.
it was scratching at the back of my mind the
so
entire time.
Funny.
I can't believe we forgot.
Can we go back and see her again?
Perhaps once we have more information. Either
Probably
way,
figure it out by then.
right, it's entirely possible. Or if not, we'll at least have more information by searching, well, where we're supposed to be going next. Speaking of which, Katash! Hello.
More like Kasloshed.
My
No.
friend.
There's like 3 pints next to him, empty.
Fuck.
That was my name back in high school. Oh, righty. What were you able to find? Were you able to clear Lavos in my name?
Yes, perhaps we should find Lavos actually to show you. We should be perfectly fine going forward. Is he upstairs?
Not only fine, but now with more authority.
It's true.
I've not seen him leave, so he should be up there still.
Well, we should all gather
I'll
together.
follow
then.
you.
What time of day is it?
Between lunch and dinner. I'll say
Nice.
the 3rd bell rang quite a bit of time ago.
Let's go. Lavos.
You're back? That was actually
Yes,
pretty
we are.
quick.
It wasn't
How'd
too
it go?
bad, although would have been better if we'd remembered all the questions we wanted to ask, but I digress. It went well enough. We have this, and I would pull out a writ that has official, access granted for the breach guard as a whole.
Oh,
We
let's go.
need to be traveling together going forward, as this will apply to all of us, and there's only one copy. But this will give us unhindered, well, maybe not unhindered, the same level of access within Kuldari that the High Arcanist herself holds.
That's amazing.
Which really
So then we're
isn't.
free? We're no longer suspects, I suppose. Clear?
Your actions were sanctioned under the need to gather information,
That's
as
a
if the Grand
relief.
Arcanist herself had been visiting the III.
That's a relief. Thank you.
To me, it sounds like we're leading the investigation now.
Far
That's
from
That's a
it, my
great
friend.
point.
The IAI is also not telling the council everything. I know they're 2 separate entities, but we were told by Officer Wynn, remember, that the C block was where they kept the most heinous, and it was the most sort of tightly guarded. You had to have special access to get into that area. Well,
Yes.
there should have only been 20 cells. And we know that
Understood.
there's at least 23.
Oh my.
Yes.
Undocumented cells.
Well, I mean, they're clearly documented in the ledger, but
But the High Arcanist herself said she had only recently become aware of them. Even
So then, with this writ that we have, can we access these cells freely.
Indeed.
Oh, that's
You
wonderful.
should be able to. However, our first order of business probably should be to visit that abandoned laboratory that I told you about on the outskirts of the
Oh.
city. Apparently, well, she seemed to share in our thoughts that it was a good starting point. She told us that that is apparently where Annie Reed first discovered
Oh,
the teleportation magic that has been adapted to our uses nowadays.
I'm very interested in to see.
Yes, I believe this would be prudent. We should still have time before. When is the curfew again?
Did
The
you
10th
find-
bell?
10.
10th bell.
Thought it was, yeah, 10th bell.
4th
Did you
bell's
find
approaching,
anything-
so you got time.
Nice.
Did you find anything related to who's behind these murders?
Not entirely.
I think it was just more confirmation of who we already think it is. In my
Right.
opinion, not to be so blunt, Galleon, as I know it's
We still don't know.
quite unsettling for you, but
I don't. She couldn't have done it without. I can't jump to conclusions yet.
If she did do it, I have to assume it'd be at his command, and she seems to be under his thumb, but maybe doesn't want to be. So, even if it was her, maybe she was the tool that did it, but I believe the true culprit's him.
Well, that's probably not how the III nor Kudari will see it.
No. But I suppose it's not up to us to bring who we find to justice, right? We're just here to
Specifically.
answer some questions and gain some knowledge, and that we have. And that we
I
will.
told her as such. We were not
What?
here as executioners. We were here to find the truth.
what was Rakesh's goal here in bringing
Good
you
question.
into these murder investigations? What did they want you to do? Just
I don't know. Clearly, my
Do remember that the letter was a warning that if you do come back to Ryleth, there have been murders and to like bring friends. And if you want to look into it, you could, but it wasn't like, Galleon, please look into this for me.
Do it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it was more of a, hey, things are happening. Come
Hmm.
prepared.
Hmm. Well, I have to assume that he didn't know who was behind these. Rakesh was always, well, he was a good friend, if nothing else. I don't believe he had an ulterior motive in this. I believe that.
It's
Of course.
the only logical conclusion.
That's all it could be. But I suppose at that point it's neither here nor there. He did ask, and we are here, and I don't believe that he knew who it was. I believe that it was a genuine request from a friend to try and discover what's happening.
So, I guess in that effort, now that we're clear, shall we?
Yes. Yes, we shouldn't waste time. The fourth bell should ring any minute now.
Perfect. After you. I'm not sure where it is.
In my research, I found where it is within the city, right? It wasn't just like, okay. Then, yeah.
Well, you head over there, put you on the map, but you have no one can stop you anymore. So I'll show you to show you, I guess.
Ayo. Yeah.
We're unstoppable.
Let's go.
Oh, no, not here. I've never.
Not
put you,
there? Aw.
tokens on this map
Ooh,
because I was
damn.
like,
That's
oh, which
cool.
way will they come from? I don't know. I'll put you over here.
Damn,
In a
this is
second.
sick.
I'll
What
drop
the
you
fuck?
all there in a second. Alien.
It's me.
Lavos? Yeah.
Well, Lavos, it seems that you can wash the good berry stain out of your hair.
I was going to ask if it actually comes
So
out that
that's
way.
how you
or...
did it. It's truly impressive. It's very different.
It's the best I could do. I could also throw on a hood, I suppose, but I figured if it ever came down, my white hair is my most discernible feature. So, does it just wash out, or is this here for
It'll
days?
take a few washes over a few days, but yes.
I think it's a good look on you. You should keep it.
It does add a bit of color to your rather paleness.
I suppose
for
I'll
the
just
punk rock vibe.
punk rock.
I knew some of those in the Floating Missiles, assholes.
Thank you, regardless, Yen. I suppose it's not even necessary now, but it's very helpful, and I appreciate it. I'll wash it out soon. I miss my hair.
That's so funny. I'm sorry.
There are magics that might be able to help with it.
You're free to move.
Oh,
No, Galleon just pacing, waiting for.
Galleon might know.
It's more of a visual map anyway. So like if you scroll to the top, like you'll see the abandoned laboratory brain research facility, whatever you want.
laboratory brain.
Laboratory brain.
Yay!
Let's go.
I'll zoom out.
Shut up.
I'm keeping an eye out for any looky-loos or anybody following
I
us.
will. Okay, roll my perception. I will say, there are like guards outside of this building. There's a guard at the front door, but you can tell that it's only one to keep things like inconspicuous, if you will. Like it's not like, oh, hello.
Holy shit, 32.
Damn. At level 3? What?
That's why.
I guidanced myself.
Holy
observant,
shit.
too.
Good lord.
How much was the guidance? +3.
Anywho. No one's following you. You do get like looks from officers and stuff, but none have stopped you.
Okay.
But there are people nearby this.
Yeah, there's like
laboratory,
this. So like, there's other like places and shops around. People are frequenting those places. Like you're on a street. It's definitely more than was in the plaza the other day. But still not like super populated, especially for you, Galleon. Not the level of population that you're used to. People are still kind of wary and on guard, and really kind of going out if they need to, or you know, it's been a while and they need to, you know, that kind of
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Galleon, I did want to mention. Remember, she said that people were in denial, not necessarily confusion. And we were warned that people will die because of what they refuse to see.
You're right.
A good recollection.
What do you what are your thoughts, Yen?
There's nothing in my brain. It's...
Nothing.
I think that perhaps Annie Reed's teleportation magics are somehow tied to the rifts, and her death or disappearance is also somehow tied to Ryzen. What Ryzen? What was his name? The
Razian?
Grand Archivist.
Razian. The Grand. Yes.
Perhaps a loved one, an acquaintance, creation, as they seem to be some sort of construct or partial construct, and that they're taking out their revenge on those that made the disappearance or death of Annie Reed happen, as well as other things.
Well, you could be right. In either case, it's possible that whatever we find could shine a negative light on Kuldari as a whole. Perhaps that's why people aren't willing to see it as well.
Which ties into what the hierarchist said, that one of the reasons the IAI may be keeping this under wraps is to prevent mass hysteria. If the High Council and the IAI were found to be doing terrible things, the continents would stop trusting them to be the high figure on what magics are taboo and not, and what it would create not only mass hysteria in Kuldari, in Rylath itself, but all over the world.
Do you think we're wrong to be investigating?
No, as I've said before, knowledge is the most wondrous thing. But what we do with that knowledge could do more harm than good.
There's something else, though, to this whole mission here. I told Gali, and I'm not sure if I told you, but I had a dream that this whole city here was swallowed by a massive rift, and Savol was there. And he grabbed my hand before I was sucked into the rift, and he told me strictly, find the catalyst, save the catalyst. And I'm not sure what the catalyst is, or how to save them. Whatever it is. But it seems maybe this place is in grave danger soon here. And we need this catalyst.
Well, a catalyst could be any number of things. But
Good.
let's investigate the laboratory.
Yes, but I think you're right to bring it up. We should be prudent with any information we find and not hasty.
As you approach, the guard kind of steps up from the stool he's sitting on. He's like, this is restricted.
We have official
that?
clearance by the Hierarchist herself. Careful with that.
Very well. University. As Galleon, you're like showing it to him. Honestly, he probably asked you a couple questions. Where'd you get this? Blah blah blah. To like talk about the validity of it. While that's happening, Lavos.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Man.
hear like right next to you. Rowan's voice.
Oh,
I'll be
shoot.
specific with it. Rowan's voice, as she says, "You two, go to the back. I want you two to watch the front door. I'll be the one going inside." And you can see her, and she turns, but she walks right through Katosh. And then as she walks through, her body just kind of like disperses like smoke. And there were
Oh my
four
God.
other figures with her who also dispersed like smoke.
Do I feel her walk
No.
through?
I'm gonna,
No.
looking at Katosh, did you see that? She just walked right through you?
None of you would have heard or seen anything.
See what?
Rowan, she was just here. Did you?
I'm very perceptive. I saw nothing.
She walked right through you. Is it a memory of some sort?
Are you feeling okay, Lavos?
Is the Grand
I
Archivist?
feel perfectly fine, right? I feel
Medicine
perfectly fine.
check.
Taking the wine.
Perfectly fine. Like nothing's going on.
Yeah.
You actually have the spot. No.
Push his forehead.
He feels fine. You can roll me a medicine check if you'd like, though. Yeah, Galen, he's like, "Oh, very well, very well. Here you go.
Right, thank you.
Please don't disturb
Well.
anything.
Of
This
course.
is still a crime scene."
We will treat it with the proper care.
Yeah, Lavos looks fine. Even his eyes are fine, like they're reacting to light properly, you know, the whole 9 yards. He's fine.
Could
She-
it be
Well, we should be good to enter.
potion?
Potion? Wait, what?
What?
Elixir? Perhaps?
Oh.
Yeah, like-
What are you talking about?
It's like,
I just saw Right there. She just walked right through. Ah, okay. As we were walking up here, I heard Rowan next to me. I turned and I saw her, and then she walked right through Katash right there, and she spoke to those next to her, and she said, "You wait out here. I'll go inside here." And then she walked inside. Right there.
All right.
What?
Are you seeing a memory?
I
Some sort.
imagine so. She walked right through him. It's that, or she could somehow project herself. But why would I be seeing? Why would she choose me to project to? It has to be some sort of a past echo or memory of some sort.
Unless the elixir gives you the power to sense those that are tied to the rifts.
You are the only one who passed the test.
If only we had Cole Spritter here with us to test this theory. He also passed.
Somebody, wait till I take your character.
You guys head inside.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess. I'm like hyper aware now, though. I'm listening for
Yeah.
Rowan
Yeah,
or
I'm-
other things going on.
You guys head inside. And it's super dark in here, as you can tell.
Oh, joy. That was
Sorry,
Fuck
Gallium.
me.
But there is a
Oh,
light
God.
Oh shit, you
all
don't have.
the way across the room. And
Yeah.
Lavos, upon entering, you
Here we
would
go.
see Rowan standing like right here, right in front of you.
Wow.
Facing the opposite end of the room, and just and vanishes.
Oh my god. She was there
with
again.
that, we'll take a bathroom break because I feel
Oh, bullshit.
It's
I
time.
have
Oh,
these
God.
spells.
I cast light on myself before as we entered, just for the record.
Heard. I'll give
Nice.
you like,
Good call.
or did you give yourself proper light? Or
I
you just give
did,
yourself
yeah.
before? Okay.
The power being
Yeah,
a
I'm making
co-GM,
myself a
let's
mid
go.
light.
Good, yeah.
Yep.
All
hey.
right. Chat, we'll be
Hey.
back.
Yeah.
I'm doing the
Pretty
big
cute when we're gone.
reveal once we come back. So
The big
Ooh.
please,
reveal.
like, go grab your snacks, use the bathroom and stuff, but come back.
I'm so hyped. I have no clue
There
what this
could be
is.
something in
Same.
it for you. So please, I'm so
What does
excited.
this mean? I need
All
to
right.
know.
All right, I gotta
I'm gonna
know.
grab some food, I think, then.
I need to.
A whisper in the dark, a tale untold, where shadows stretch as the night turns cold, where wanderers lost with nothing to claim, but the earth is shaking and the skies aren't the same. The rift is tearing through silent panic, swallowing stars and stealing magic. Who are we to fight as the world falls apart? But there's fire in our hands and a spark in our hearts. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite. At the rift where shadows creep, we'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel, we'll face the night. Together we'll stand ready to fight. Through storms of doubt, our spirits roar. With each step forward, we'll open the door. Though the path is dark and the end's out of reach, we'll stand united and a step beyond the breach. A turtle seeking stories lost to time, each word a map for the mountains he climbs. A tabaxi feeds the world aflame, for slaves a Robin Hood he became. And us more lost in the frozen deep, with memories faded, secrets to keep. We are broken, forgotten, underrate, but heroes arise when the hour's too late. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite. At the rift where shadows creep, we'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel, we'll face the night. and the end's out of reach. We'll stand united and step beyond the breach. We are the stories no one will tell, the songs of old and forgotten wells, from hammer and book, oh, from shield and blade, in the silence of scholars, in the choices we've made. The rift may hunger, it may swallow us whole, but it cannot claim what burns in our soul. In the fading light, as the darkness spreads, we rise with the dawn through the path we tread. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite. At the rift where shadows creep, we'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel, we'll face the night. Together we'll stand ready to fight. Through storms of doubt, our spirits roar. With each step forward, we'll open the door. Though the path is dark and the end's out of reach, we'll stand united and step beyond the breach. In silence we stand, with fire in our eyes. Ordinary souls, but we choose to rise. Through the breach we'll walk without fear, to reignite hope and make the path clear. A whisper in the dark, a tale untold, where shadows stretch as the night turns cold. Where wanderers lost with nothing to claim, but the earth is shaking and the skies aren't the same. The rift is tearing through silent panic, swallowing stars and stealing magic. Who are we to fight as the world falls apart? But there's fire in our hands and a spark in our hearts. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite. At the rift where shadows creep, we'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel, we'll face the night. Together we'll stand ready to fight. Through storms of doubt, our spirits roar. With each step forward, we'll open the door. Though the path is dark and the end's out of reach, we'll stand united and step beyond the breach. A turtle seeking stories lost to time, each word a map for the mountains he climbs. A tabaxi feeds the world aflame, for slaves a Robin Hood he became. And us more lost in the frozen deep, with memories faded, secrets to keep. We are broken, forgotten, underrate, but heroes arise when the hour's too late. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite. At the rift where shadows creep, we'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel, we'll face the night. Together we'll stand ready to fight. Through storms of doubt, our spirits roar. With each step forward, we'll open the door. Though the path is dark and the end's out of reach, we'll stand united and step beyond the breach. We are the stories no one will tell, the songs of old and forgotten wells, from hammer and book, oh, from shield and blade, in the silence of scholars, in the choices we've made. The rift may hunger, it may swallow us whole, but it cannot claim what burns in our soul. In the fading light, as the darkness spreads, we rise with the dawn through the path we tread. With blood we sacrifice, through sweat we preserve, from tears we unite. At the rift where shadows creep, we'll rise from the dust, no fear, no sleep. With hearts like steel, we'll face the night. Together we'll stand ready to fight. Through storms of doubt, our spirits roar. With each step forward, we'll When the end's out of reach, we'll stand united and step beyond the breach. In silence we stand, with fire in our eyes. Ordinary souls, but we choose to rise. Through the breach we'll walk without fear, to reignite hope and make the path clear.
Back in the seat.
I'm back to being the BBG. Hi
Let's
chat.
go.
Hi chat. Hi
We're
chat.
back.
Chat.
Okay, so
on.
I've been working on something in secret for I want to say like a month now. That kind of just spontaneously happened, and then I just full sent it. So yeah, Josh, will you do the honors in typing !shop
Yes.
and
No
please
way.
feel
What?
free to click
Oh
that
my
link
God, let's
because
go.
we have
There's a lot
merch.
of shit.
Let's go.
Oh my god!
And
God.
to kick things off with a bang,
Mhm.
I will be doing a giveaway for a Beyond the Breach baseball hat.
Oh my god.
Gimme.
Holy shit.
Let me just
Oh my
pay
God.
for
That's
it.
so
Hold on.
sick.
Let me just pay for it.
Oh,
That's
Damn.
amazing.
so sick looking.
Seriously.
Oh my god, the hoodies and shit too.
The
All right.
sweatpants.
So
Bruh.
I was
The
unable
apron
to
with
test.
Katash?
I was
Oh.
unable to test this feature. Oh, but it did it for me. So if
Let's
you
go.
would like to enter to win this baseball hat, please type !enter.
Holy
Does that have to be
shit.
all caps?
I don't know. I have yet to test this. You have 180 seconds to do so. That was the maximum amount I was
Wait,
allowed.
type it.
So everyone,
I'll be
please
different. I'll
type
try
what
lowercase.
you wish.
Well, with an exclamation mark.
I wish
I
it
need
had
7
like
more accounts.
I don't know. I don't know what I wish it had. Like you have entered.
I'll just-
I don't
I'll
know.
just do it like
I
that.
don't know what works and what doesn't.
What the fuck?
But now
Oh my
until pretty
God.
much the end of next session, there is a launch promotion for 10% off the entire store that's automatically applied. And I'm still working to make sure that this goes through. But if you are a subscriber to my Twitch, you will also have a discount.
That's
when you check
amazing.
out.
Wow. That is so
That's
sick.
crazy. This is
Holy
sick.
shit.
Gia.
Thanks.
What the
Good
fuck?
shit.
I love it.
Yeah,
Oh my
10% off
God.
purchases of 50 or more.
Joel Tata, please press type exclamation
Joel!
mark enter.
It's just the flowers that are rolling on it.
Thank you. I'm like so worried. I don't know when
Let's
this is
go.
gonna end.
Yeah.
I was unable to test this without
Damn.
like literally buying myself a hat. So
Right. Oh my
Apron
God.
is so sick, dude. I love it.
the apron was so funny because I was like looking through the stuff to see what was available to me to design, and I was like, oh my God, it's an apron. I was like, slap.
It's an apron. I'm
It's
gonna
an
fight you.
apron.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
God.
No, not
Enter.
enter.
Oh my
People.
gosh.
I
There'd be people in an attempt like this.
Oh, this shit took the time to type shit, right?
Type it correctly.
Let's go.
Oh,
So
what
funny.
a dork.
Oh,
So
fuck.
I love it.
funny. But
That
yeah,
got me.
so there's like a bunch of stickers, there's pins. I made the pot of shit.
Oh shit.
There's a type exclamation mark enter, Jazzy. You have a chance to win a hat because the announcement was that we have a merch shop now officially.
Let's go.
Um,
It's so good.
Yeah. So
The pot of shit. I can't believe it.
Pot of
Yeah,
shit.
so there are currently 3 collections, one of which is Fluffing a Duck, which has the pot of shit and all of our duck stuff, including a duck shirt. There's the Beyond the Breach stuff, which has this hat that I'm sending you guys. Josh, you won!
Oh,
Let's go, Josh!
So you
Let's
can click
go.
that link to redeem your hat.
Damn. Oh my, this is so cool. What the fuck?
Beyond the Breach collection has a pair of sweatpants and that baseball hat. It also has a hat and a hoodie for every player's emote. And
That's
stuff like
cool.
that. And then there is the Dragon
Of course,
collection, which
Cody
is
M
just
wins.
a bunch of dragon stuff,
Right?
including a sweatshirt that I designed myself, like drew it out the whole 9 yards. So
Wow.
yeah. What are we doing with what? Fluffing a
Super
duck?
sweet.
What are we doing with fluffing a duck? What aren't we
Another
doing
cool
fluffing a duck?
feature is if anyone is feeling oh so kind and willing, I'm not the only one who can start a giveaway. Anyone can purchase an item to start a giveaway. I just have to be currently live.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's cool.
That is so cool.
That is now it's
Wait.
available to us.
Only up to 3x? Hold on.
I don't make the stuff. I
Yeah,
just
okay.
design it and distribute it. But yeah. So,
That's
Wow.
fucking awesome. Good shit.
That's really
Seriously.
thank you,
Let's
thank
fucking
you.
go.
Getting the tie-in too to Twitch and the subscriber connection and all that. I can't imagine it's super easy out of the
Or-
box. So
Wall makes it super easy. I
Hell yeah.
basically just had to like
Nice.
connect stuff. Like, oh, connect
Let's
this
go.
to your Switch. Do you want this feature? Do you want this? Pretty much everything was in my court except for the actual products themselves. Because it is print on demand stuff. So
Hell yeah.
I design it, but they have all the merchandise and they take care of everything.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So
Gotcha. Wow.
yeah.
Definitely getting me
Is
again
there-
hoodie and a hat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Is
the
there
hat-
a
hat and the
only
apron.
certain colors of the hat that are available to redeem
Uh
as a gift?
I do know that I've recently, and I'm really upset about it, recently got an alert that 2 of the colors are out of stock, including like the cotton
Okay.
candy one, which is the one I wanted to give today. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I had to do another one, but it's still beautiful. It's got like green, blue, and purple. It's really pretty.
Yeah. The sky
So,
one
yeah.
caught my eye. I love the
Yeah.
color balance in that one.
Yeah. So
Oh,
there
there's
was a
so
couple that are unfortunately out of stock at this point. Thank you. Thank you.
God. Let's
Good.
fucking go, y'all. We here.
Let's go.
Got some merch.
I mostly did it because it was fun. Oh my
Yes.
god, we have another giveaway. Cook it
And
with
now we got
Katar.
a
Let's
second
go.
giveaway.
Hell
I
yeah.
guess
Oh.
it doesn't like the apostrophes.
It doesn't like the name. I guess not.
that the
But we are giving
apron?
away an apron as well.
Ron is
Yeah.
porn.
Let's
I
go.
just realized it's thinking you're saying porn, so it bleeped out apron.
A porn.
That's hilarious.
My favorite kind.
That's so
Oh, fuck,
funny.
that's good.
Please enter for the
Please
damn-
enter for a cooking with Katash
Give me that damn apron.
Let's go. Cooking with Katash.
Is the
Oh
ocean
my
color
God.
available in the hat? Because that's sick.
I'm not sure. Which one is Ocean? Ocean
It's
is
all blue.
available. Purple Passion is what you're gonna get, Josh. And unfortunately, Cotton Candy and Sky are currently out of stock. And I will
Yeah.
I let you know if it comes back in stock.
Perfect.
Let's
Hey,
go.
that's totally fine. Let's go.
You did it right this time.
That's fucking sick.
Let's
Seriously, this
go.
is incredible.
I'm just.
Oh my god.
It was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. I googled how to have a merch shop for your Twitch streamer at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then just started working on it from there. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah, I
That's
just
That's amazing.
I was looking back on our last campaign, and we had so many fond memories, and I just wish we had things to like just remind us during our everyday lives, you know,
Yeah.
of the
Nice.
experiences
Yeah.
that
Amen.
we had. So I wanted to create these so that we can all remember our friendship. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
You gotta have people that
Honestly,
get
It would be really cool to have sets that are of that campaign as well at some point.
I would
Like,
love
yeah.
to.
That would be
The
incredible.
only thing, like, so a lot of the designs you see here today, some of them I did make from scratch, but a lot of them are emotes and like the sub badges and things like that. So
Yeah.
I just kind of used what was available to me. I would love to launch a like legacy collection for the BAM
Mhm.
pods.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing.
Of just, you know, honestly, I might reach out to you guys and ask you guys like what are like peak moments or characters or things that you
Oh, yeah.
guys want to design and have
Oh, that would be
the
sick.
collection be very
That'd be so
select of
cool.
what you guys design, and I'll of course do a design myself and have that be the legacy collection.
That would be
gotta
so
have a
sick.
Brenda in there for
gotta have
Tina.
a
to
Brenda,
watch
yeah.
it.
I gotta have a
do.
Brenda.
Hell yeah.
Have a have an axe that says sword on it.
Oh, God.
That would be so funny. But yes, I love these ideas, and I would love to have a legacy collection for that campaign.
Oh, that would be so
Oh my
sick. This is
gosh.
all so sick.
Anthony
Oh,
won.
let's go.
Nathan!
Fucking-
Fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for just like all the support and the viewership and just being great players and things that have brought me so much joy over the years. And
That's
yeah.
dope.
Mm.
Thanks
Time
for
to
having
murder.
us.
Thank you for being
Amen.
an amazing DM that's
Please.
given us so many amazing stories throughout these years. My
It's
God.
been 5 years now.
Oh,
that we've been-
Christ, stop.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, seriously, this is
No.
incredible. My God.
Yes.
Team, we're gonna die.
Yeah, no, 100%. This is her way of softening the blow.
Thanks, Tina. Okay, now that you
I
all
love
have
that.
your merch, can you roll me a saving
Roll
throw?
death saves.
Yeah. Right.
Pay to win.
Pay to win. Oh my
Shit, that's
gosh.
awesome.
Thank you guys.
Are we
Okay.
actually rolling saving throws?
No, you're
I
not.
didn't think so. I was like,
Oh.
damn.
Thank
But
God.
I do need to change the music.
This is bullshit.
Redeems.
Oh, real quick,
Am I supposed to have dark
DM.
vision on my token?
Oh, this music.
Oh, do you not have dark vision?
I do not.
Is it listed on your character sheet?
Shit, that's clean as fuck,
It
dude.
is.
This redemption process?
No.
Is it really? I have not tested it at all. Is the redeeming process really
Yeah.
good?
Does that
Yeah,
work?
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
that worked. Thank you.
All right, got you, baby.
The campaign continues after 5 sales. That's so funny.
Real
So you
quick,
really
DM.
can't see?
I got him.
Oh, you got him? Okay, cool. Yes.
Can you add the ledger handouts to our permanent handouts so
Oh,
you don't have to
yes,
like give
my
it to us each
bad.
time?
I thought I had
Not-
done that already. My bad.
That way I can just close it and open it when I need it
You're
instead of
all good.
minimizing.
Here you go.
Thank you, friend.
Of course.
I
of course.
mean,
I'm
More
gonna.
to the enemy.
I'm going to organize my handouts in a minute because I realize they're kind of all over the place. I don't know how many you can see, but they're kind of all over the place.
2.
Okay. So you enter into this abandoned laboratory. Lavos, you just saw a vision of Rowan sighing pretty dramatically before vanishing again. You are aware that there is a light on the complete opposite side of this room. But you have
Okay.
no idea what lies between that and where you are. Unless, of course, you're next to Galleon, who has the light cantrip.
Can I? Oh, it's only 30 feet. You know, that's fine. Can I produce flame and just kind of chuck it forward to almost like a flare to give off a bit of light for a moment?
How
to
far does
get
it
a
go?
30 feet.
This room is like
'Cause I can't see anything past Galleon's light spell either.
Does produce flame?
Ah,
Do you want to walk the boat like to the edge of the platform you're on before you send it?
yeah.
I'm just saying it's not gonna go very
We're gonna
far
send
if you.
You guys
like,
still-
it's not that far. And how
Oh.
much light does it
Yeah.
shed?
I mean, it's just it doesn't. Does it
It doesn't
say?
say. I was surprised.
Let me see if it's 10-foot
So the
radius.
tanks-
10.
And 10.
So 10 bright, 10 dim.
Ooh,
I'll link
thanks,
it
Bear.
just so you can.
No, you're good.
Well, I didn't mean to roll it, but
Also,
That's as much light as you get.
Selene.
okay.
Okay. That's.
Oh,
Is
this
this
is
place?
sick though. Sorry, go ahead.
I know. Selene did make a point to mention that Isolde's body was found in the basement. So perhaps we should look for stairs.
Alright.
There's some stairs to our left here. Katash will gesture.
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
I should mention.
Can I can I just hold a produce flame on my staff, like as if I'm gonna cast it, but just
You
so
can
that
hold it
way
in
I
your hand, I
can-
think.
Yeah, but I like it in my
You want to use staff? Yeah.
almost like a light spell, but it'll fizzle whenever I stop focusing on it.
Light. There you go.
Thank you. Yeah,
Watch
keep
your
up, Lavos. You'll be blind in a moment.
Well, I should mention, as we entered here, I saw Rowan again, so I figure it's gonna keep happening. She just was here.
Where?
She was right where I'm standing right now, staring out, and then disappeared. She sighed a bit, as if she was like exasperated, but
Huh.
then disappeared.
How many others did you say were with her?
She told two to wait behind. Right, it was two.
Two to
There's
go
four
in the
total.
back,
Two
to
to
go-
go in the back and two to wait by the door.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and I should mention
Say that.
they look just like the clockwork enforcer that you encountered before. I
Okay.
forgot to say that. That's my bad.
Copy that.
Hmm.
I'll mention
That's
there
not
were
scary.
4 in total, and 2 she told to go in the front and 2 in the back, and they look just like the man that we slayed. Sorry. just like the man that we slayed, or I suppose it was a man that we found the core and the memory device
Ooh.
thing from.
He was quite a hardy foe.
Indeed. And since she commands them, I imagine she's more hardy. Either way, I'm not sure what's happening here, but I'm going to keep you all apprised of when I see these visions, I suppose they are.
Alright.
I'm not sure why it's happening.
Well, clearly, you're seeing some sort of memory of her. As to why, oh, I'm excited to find out why.
Doesn't
But you know, before we go down the stairs, there was a table there with notes on it.
With shit on it?
On this table, I should also say this. There are candles. Anywhere you see a candle and you want to light it, you let me know, and I will light the candle on the map.
Druidcraft. Boop, boop,
Got
boop,
it.
boop. I'll light them
Like,
all.
if you see a candle, like, ping it if you want to light it, and I'm more than happy to light it.
Hmm.
I'll do that in a second.
That's actually sick.
Every candle within 30 feet of me ever, I will light it.
Well, I don't know where all the candles are on this map, so if you see a candle, ping a candle.
Hmm.
Alright.
So on this table.
Does it look like I could jump onto these? Sorry.
Yeah, it does. Why is?
Josh doing some parkour while we're looking at notes.
I'm just gonna kind of. That should lit up the area. Ooh, but I'm gonna change it to be torchlight. Okay, now I'm getting dramatic. On this desk, you would see notes on. but I need to confirm something. Wait, make sure I'm not spewing nonsense.
Hacker man.
USC notes on conjuration magic.
Okay.
Nothing that's like immediately brings your attention like, ooh, this is important. Just conjuration notes. Honestly, Galleon, considering you were a teacher, you can tell that some of these are probably from like a lecture that someone attended, while others are like testing theories and the like.
Okay. Do I know who the Master of Conjuration was?
Does Gia know?
Yeah. It's Rakesh Patel. He was the Master of Conjuration.
It is Rakesh. Okay.
Yeah, it was Rakesh. I was like, wait, what?
Right.
Yeah, it was Rakesh Patel. He's
Yeah.
Professor of Conjuration. Before
Okay.
he was a councilman.
Well, if Rakesh was here, he could shed some light on these.
I dabble in conjuration. I could maybe try
Not
to
sure
find
if I do.
If you'd like to take a look, you can, but they appear to be simply research notes or some sort of hypotheses. You can be my guest, though. Transmutation is always my forefront.
Yeah, I want to take a peek at the conjuration notes and see if there's any major differences between what I'm seeing on these notes and the conjuration that I use for like summoning my companions and stuff.
So there's a bit of a difference, but not like across the board. So there's a lot of overlap, but when it comes to the nuances of like how things are casted, yours is much different, considering it's like tapping into nature, taking the mana that is around you and in the plants and in the trees, the energy that's around you to fabricate something. If a wizard were to cast, which is what these notes are from for a wizard, it would come from like the book itself, the ink they use in the text written on like for the spell, and the book itself would produce or like kind of, how is the best way to say this? It would act as the filter required to like harness the mana to use the mana versus just taking it from the environment.
Are there any mentions of like summoning a portal or
No.
things of that?
No.
Okay.
This seems like straightforward, everyday people who have used conjuration magic.
Like Conjuration 101.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I see.
Okay. Not much.
get
I'm gonna
that.
take the notes actually.
Where are you?
Yes, sorry. I was taking a look down here. And I'll hop back up.
there you are.
As you stepped on that, especially with your claws, they are metal containers of some sort that sound particularly hollow.
It seemed like some sort of empty containers over there. I did see what appeared to be some more stairs this way.
Stairs.
Hmm.
You said what we're looking for is in the basement? Galleon.
You would note
Yes.
that you did walk downstairs to get here. I should say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Not like where you are
But-
literally, but like through the door when you first got here. You had walked down.
Right.
Oh. Gotcha.
Okay.
So maybe this is all the basement?
Yeah,
Question mark.
Right.
potentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch your step.
Oh,
Is there anything over here?
I see the sigil of some sort.
Yes. Wait a minute.
There's many sigils.
Is this the remnants of a teleportation circle, Galleon?
Oh my.
Galleon's
The
not
markings.
next to you. He's-
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Galleon.
shouting out to you.
Their voices would echo in this room. It's
Oh, good to
very
know.
like, it's a large chamber, but it's also just like there's
Hmm.
not a lot left in here, so the sound can bounce around quite a bit.
Okay. Plus, I can see his light, so let me look.
If you look around, there's sigils all over the floor in a circular pattern.
Just around
Does
the
it feel
Scale the
familiar?
screen. Sorry. forth. He's so far away, so crispy bacon's just like panning back and forth.
Lavos, can we see all
Sorry,
right?
so funny.
Like, does this feel the same as what I'm used to with
This particular circle is a circle you've seen before. It is abjuration.
Oh, an abjuration's. Oh, so it's a magic circle, not necessarily a teleportation circle, is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
This is abjuration magic. Typically used to
Abjuration.
contain or otherwise.
It's a nerve.
Normally, it's protective magic of a sort, or meant to subdue or protect or hold, rather than otherwise.
Senses of
Okay,
some sort.
Katash. Okay.
So what are they
I suppose
protecting?
it could be used as some
Just
sort
hanging
of
out.
page.
Turn over. Watch your step
Are
over
those
here.
gears down there? Oh no, they're wood. Wood
When the
gears.
DM's asking. You want me
She's
to
trying
check?
Oh, well, I just
So weird.
zoomed in really hard. Sorry.
So you're saying that these are protective sigils surrounding whatever this is here in the center?
Well,
Do I
it's a guess.
Does it
Could
look
have
like
been
it's
to contain something?
Anybody
perhaps?
who kind of wants to like just look at the area can investigate to see kind of what the purpose might be.
yes,
something like
ma'am?
Can I
Investigation.
that. Very
no,
good.
Damn.
actually, no.
Let's
Oh.
go.
I'll help someone.
Nat 20.
Galleon with the
Galleon.
nat 20s today.
Galleon said
Holy
I was a
apparently.
professor.
Actually,
Actually.
I made these runes myself.
Okay. So Lavos and Galleon. Yen, you as well. So looking at this area, it's clearly a magic circle of some sort. The place that Katash and Yen is like currently standing on, you can tell that that's some sort of ventilation system. There are gates to allow things to kind of pass through, like air or water, things like that. The thing in the center appears to be some sort of like, you can't really like stand on it, to be honest with you, but I didn't make any walls
Oh.
on this map. It's some sort of like, not like a test tube, but essentially like a container that's kind of like rounded,
Oh,
with
I
some
see.
liquid in it.
Oh,
But the
Oh.
liquid's like
Yeah,
half
that makes sense.
half evaporated. And it
Okay.
it looks like it hasn't been used in I don't know, forever.
does it look like the rift liquid or something
No,
else?
this looks like
Okay.
some sort of like how am I gonna call it, like stabilization liquid, but like some sort of neutral liquid for whatever's in there to kind of float around in. And
I
be
see, I
suspended
see.
in. There's nothing currently in there besides this like half evaporated liquid.
So it's just goo. Gotcha.
It's you.
does it look like there's
You.
a crack or anything in the container itself? Like, Whatever it was
Not a
containing.
crack or anything, but like the bolts, some of the bolts have come loose or like are just completely gone in terms of like
Oh,
the metallic, or not the metallic, the metal iron shell.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like they were containing something and protected it with these sigils.
Yes.
But it didn't break free, right? I mean, this glass is still intact. So it was probably let out then.
Unless it could teleport.
Unless it could teleport. Oh.
Perhaps that would be the case. Perhaps the physical container acts as a physical restraint, and the runes act as a magical restraint. It's possible the runes failed, or otherwise were deactivated, and something could have escaped.
Well,
If this is a containment chamber.
There's a big fuck all hole over here. I mean, something clearly
That was a
happened.
terrible. Be careful there.
I don't suppose
No, that
those,
was Jensen. Damn it.
those riftlings we've been seeing, I don't suppose they tried to grow one here.
That would be disconcerting.
I'll say.
Perhaps
would
we
they
should
ever
continue
want
up
to
the
do that?
stairs that you found on that side of the room. Katash.
Suppose.
Let's check it out.
Y'all move too quickly.
Whee!
Don't mind me just scaling the wall.
Come on, Yan, you could do it.
Watch
Yeah.
your steps over here.
Feel
It
like a
looks like
deep
it's
breath.
damaged.
Here we go with the spazzing out of the screen. Josh, slow down.
Sprinting. Dead sprint.
What is this?
More stairs.
There's
Yeah,
some sort of
same.
circle here.
Dangerous.
Yeah, and you're in the void.
I can't see. It's
I
so
know it's
dark.
really dark, so I'm not gonna be pressing you.
I don't know what this is.
Let's go, Tina.
Is that a teleportation circle?
Gallion,
Is this a teleportation circle?
you, being the knowledge buff of the arcane world that you are standing on the
Mhm.
very first teleportation circle. It's obviously broken.
Oh, Yeah,
So
thank God.
it's not gonna do much of anything. However, the runes are very different than you are used to. Yes.
I saw some different runes. Wait, didn't I see some different magic runes?
You all did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they remind me of the rift runes?
They remind
know
you
what
of
I'm saying?
the runes that were part of the forehead symbol.
Yeah.
Not in the same order, not in the same style. But those you see some of the similar runes.
I
I see,
knew
I
it.
see.
It's all connected to any read.
that's what I'm starting to think as well. I would reach down and just kind of brush my hands along the runes and the circle itself in this moment of like,
Why would
what the fuck?
these runes be imprinted on the foreheads of those that Rowan wiped the memories of, or killed if it was indeed her?
At the
Clearly,
core.
she tapped into some sort of ancient or forgotten or forbidden magics, and these are runes that aren't used in any other magics.
The reason we don't see them very often, if my guess is correct, is because it's chaotic. Annie Reed's magic was chaotic, and some of the most chaotic magic we've seen. Even just the little bit that we saw within the book itself. Perhaps that's the whole point. Perhaps it's not purely teleportation, but chaos. In which case we must tread very carefully.
Well, I shouldn't be stepping on the circle like I am. Understood.
Well, a good suggestion, but no, I think you're fine. These are inert, and otherwise powerless at this point, it seems.
Can I quickly jot down a bunch of these runes?
Yeah. There are some new ones compared to the ones that you guys have seen already.
Yeah,
I don't
those
have
are the
them
ones
written
in
out, but you jot them
particular that I
down.
memorized.
Heyo. Oh, hello, Kadash.
I should say, in terms of the circle, though, these
Mhm.
outer runes, like where you're standing right now, Gallion, those sets of runes,
Yeah.
you recognize.
Yeah.
The runes on these stones, it won't ping. Oh, I'm on the light tab. The runes on these stones, you recognize.
Yeah.
It's this writing right
Oh.
here that you don't recognize.
Interesting.
I should, yeah, I was too dramatic with it and didn't go into detail. It's these that are different.
Okay. Gotcha. So these runes, like even these ones in particular around the central ring.
Yeah, you would recognize some of those. It's highly complex. You can see some places where it, like a rune has been like smudged out and rewritten.
Hmm.
You can see places where like you would have like the occasional like different school of magic rune involved in this rune circle.
Gotcha. Okay, but at the core, they look more like the standard teleportation runes that I'm used to. Okay. Gotcha.
Just climb it up there. Okay, Katash. You let me know if you want to look at something. You let me know.
Oh, there's a crack in the floor here.
There's a cliff!
It's no deal for the craftmaster.
I'm gonna
Yes,
look at
Katash.
these circles over here.
I can't.
These circles that I'm seeing.
You can
Over here.
roll
They look like
me
they're
an-
kind of
Okay.
faded.
Well, actually, what are you looking for?
Similar symbols to see if they're like the teleportation circle.
Roll me investigation. Actually, no, you said similar symbols. Arcana. Oh my god,
Do I
I'm
see
sorry,
books
stream.
up there?
They just
Notably,
want to be all over the place.
notably good at this.
Damn. Okay.
You have an
Not
epiphany.
just a wizard.
You decided reading that one book that Galleon left lounging around in his study was finally a good thing for once. You barely understood it then, and honestly, you barely understand it now, but those squiggly lines are starting to make sense. These like half-drawn circles, they do not appear to have that kind of chaotic rune set in them. They seem to be like somebody's just scribbling something down to try to get the idea, if that makes sense.
It seems as if they were practicing over here, something of the sorts. I don't know. I've been giving it a lot of thought in Lavos. You said you were able to see Roy,
Yes, twice now.
almost as if she was here with us.
Yes.
I'm thinking back to a time when Cleo was taken. I saw reality in front of me shatter entirely. Like everything I saw moved and rearranged. I'm wondering if that could happen here. Is there not overlapping layers that could be happening at the same time? Maybe
Different
these
versions?
rifts are a portal to a different version.
Different realities. Huh.
It's just a thought. I don't know. I don't read much, but
Well, clearly you recognize
That's a
these
good
runes
thought.
very well. Could have fooled me.
Are these books that I'm seeing?
Oh yeah, all over the place.
Yeah, and so just starts
There you
salivating.
go. Full
Hey, there's
blown
no
panic
candles.
attack
I'm looking
because I
for
see the
candles.
disrespect.
I see the disrespect.
Can you give me a general overview of what types of books I'm seeing?
You're seeing on pretty much okay. You're seeing every book that has ever been written on conjuration and splashes of other things in there, like alchemical stuff, but it's all sort of related to this overarching theme of conjuration.
If I just take one at random and open it up, do I see any similar runes?
No. This is all written in language you can understand, in normal handwriting with normal runes.
Give me just. You all can continue, but I want to take a quick cursory glance through some of these books. I want to look for something in particular.
I'm checking out this broken container,
Where are
this
you?
vase.
Oh.
Where you
If you-
In the meantime, I want to see just does it look like this? There's the same liquid in it or in the others next to it that was in that larger one that
No.
we saw at the center.
Different liquid. Yeah, different liquid. It's very yeah, that's all I can really say. Just by
Okay.
looking at it. I suppose you can roll
And
me
I'm
an
more just
arcana.
noting.
Yeah, you can roll me an arcana
Okay.
thinking about it.
22.
You can tell that somebody was attempting to make some sort of alchemical concoction.
Okay.
And it was poorly done.
Yay.
Or they mixed the wrong things.
Okay. But it seems to be pertinent to alchemy in some way.
Yes.
Okay.
Gee, I'd like to try to take a moment to see if I can find any books that talk about these runes, as they're completely different than any other magic runes.
Roll me an investigation check.
Yen had said that he was looking at the books. I would ask him, well, if you tell me what you're looking for, I'll help you.
Well, these runes are all tied to the symbols. One on your journal, the journal that we wrote the other symbol on. So I want to see where these runes were discovered, how they came about. That's what I'm looking
peruse.
for.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast the guidance.
I guess I'll give you the help action.
On myself. Okay. And investigation. D4 with advantage. 22.
Very nice. They spent quite a bit of time going through quite a bit of these books. And these alien runes, if you will, do not appear in a single one.
Oh, how curious. It seems, Lavos, that young Annie Reed kept these runes to herself, whether they came to her in a vision or just raw talent. She did not write them down from what I can see, other than to create magic circles and teleportation circles.
So the question then is, how did Rowan come to find them and use them?
It has to be tied to the breach, the rifts.
So you think Annie went through the rift?
I think...
Do you think Annie created the rifts?
I think that the council experimented on Annie and her magics. Annie containing these magical runes within her, the knowledge of, and the experiment went awry and created this rift.
Oh,
then
my.
created. That's what the mystery novels have me thinking.
Not fiction.
Yes.
Can I tell if this is an active magic circle around this desk?
It is not.
Like, okay. I'd take a look here then at this desk.
Okay. 1 second, Josh.
Yeah, no
Katal,
rush.
You say you're pulling books out and putting them back by where the what
Like
are you
looking
doing?
for a mechanism.
Oh, you're
looking
like
for,
just
like,
dumping books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Roll me an
you
investigation.
could have a conniption.
Yeah,
Roll me an
just
investigation. What are you? There are also like alchemical vials on these bookshelves. What are you doing with those?
Drinking them.
I'm not throwing those.
Just sliding them over. Got it. Okay, I just need to make sure. Yeah, roll me an investigation.
I'm kind of thirsty. Chucking books and drinking potions.
You look through this entire bookshelf that you're like in front of, and it looks completely ordinary. Nothing stands out to you. But at this time, I will also let me do Galleon first. You look at that desk, Galleon.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What were you like? Just what are you looking at on the desk? There's quite a bit going on there.
Well, first things first, there's clearly a lit candle here. Is there an
Yes.
open book here? Does it look like somebody was just reading something in particular here recently? And also adjacent to that, like I'm feeling underneath the table immediately and just like looking in drawers to see if there's any hidden
All right.
things.
So, the open book. This candle, I'll say this. This candle was at one point a series of candles. And is now like meshed together because of how much it is melted. It has been lit for a very long time and someone just did not put it out.
Okay.
The book in front of you has familiar handwriting on it. This is the handwriting of Isolde Varn.
Ooh.
And I should have written this out, but I didn't. It essentially, on the page it's at, it essentially says, I've read every book. I've gone through every recipe. I have made the chemical concoctions. I have no idea what Annie has done. I cannot find the answer. And if I don't find the answer, well, I don't have to say what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
That's the page is
you
on.
do.
It's something
Okay.
to that effect, at least. I really should have written
Sure.
something.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
While you're feeling up the desk, you
Mhm.
actually do feel a latch.
Oh shit!
that
I
you
do.
pull. It's
Let's
not even
go,
like
dude.
really hidden at this point. It's almost like weirdly obvious and kind of weird that it hasn't been like already opened already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're at a crime scene that was investigated.
Right.
And you will note there's no blood here. They said Isolde Varn was murdered. There's no blood that you've seen so far.
That's interesting. Very quick inspection of this latch.
Mhm.
Does it appear to have any arcane runes or other assemblage surrounding it? Like,
Roll me an Arcana check.
okay. 25.
It does not. It seems very mechanical.
Okay. Interesting. Katash.
Before we do this, I have
Yes.
to cut you off right there. Sorry.
Okay.
Before we
No,
do
that's
this,
perfect.
Lavos, as you approach this desk, so many things
Yeah.
happened at the same time. As you approach this desk, you see
Oh.
the visage of Rowan standing right about here. And you see the visage of Isolde, or who you assume is Isolde, really should say, in this chair. Are you good? What the fuck happened?
What's happening?
They whispered me something. I'm dying. Sorry.
What the hell?
I got under control. We're good.
Delinquent. Anyway,
Continue.
there's another woman sitting in this chair.
Hmm.
And the woman drops her quill and looks up. And immediately says, "You can't be here." And Rowan drops her hood and just says, "Isolde, you don't remember me?" Rowan. And Isolde immediately stands up, starts like shuffling through things, looking for something, and she says, "Your family's been looking for you. You've been missing for years. I must tell someone." "No, that won't be necessary. But I need you to tell me something." "Where is Annie Reed?" And that's when their visions kind of just turn to smoke.
Shit. Sorry, unless you were gonna say something.
I'll say Galleon. Now we have to converge. Galleon, you
Yeah.
just yelled to Katash. Lavos, you just saw that.
Yeah.
Commence.
Katash,
I
I
just
want to
saw.
come down here.
Right. Yes, Gary.
You go ahead first, Galleon, but I have something to share when you're done.
No, it's all right. I was just going to.
I saw Rowan
test
again.
this. You did.
Yes, she was right there, and she was speaking to Isolde, and Isolde said that she knew that you had been looking for her for years. She recognized her, knew who she was. She said she had to let someone know, and Rowan said that before she did that, she had questions for her about Annie Reed and where she was.
What? Rowan, what have you done? Rowan. So Isolde knew. She saw her. Annie's been here. Rowan's been here before.
Yes.
How long? Did she
I
look the
didn't
same?
see. Did she look the same?
Mhm.
Okay. Yes. Yes, exactly the same.
So it's probably
But-
recent.
I didn't see that she killed Isolde, just that she had questions for her. So, but it's not looking good.
Well, either way,
I'm just curious. When did they find Isolde's body here?
Weeks ago.
Can I have a date on that? Do you have an actual date?
No one really told you besides weeks ago.
I was
Okay.
gonna say I don't know if we got an actual date.
How long ago then was Workshield 25th, 2884?
Virtual.
Workshield, Verchiel.
That was the beginning. Or no, the day after. Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, the day after your breach guard initiation.
Like the final graduation?
Yeah,
or-
final graduation next day was virtual. Oh no, it is the last day. Virtual 25th is the last day of your initiation when Lavos drank the elixir.
And how long ago was that then?
Let's see. 1, 2.
Couple
Like 3
weeks?
weeks ago? 2 to
2,
3,
3
yeah.
3, 4, 5. Almost a day before 6 weeks.
Oh, it's been a long
Shit.
time then.
Yeah, y'all been doing a fuck ton. But you also had a ton
Damn.
of downtime.
True.
Okay. Sorry.
All good.
Well, something that's interesting insofar as if Rowan did actually see her here. Lavos, please. I need to know. It's all right. I know the emotions are high, but we'll get through this.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry. You had another
Right, take
discovery
the
that you wanted
process.
to share.
Well, I was going to try pulling this latch here, but I wasn't sure what it was
yes.
going to do. It could be some sort of hidden chamber. It could activate the circle and take us somewhere. So I wanted us all to be together.
Of course.
But if
I'll
you'll
scooch
notice,
in.
there's no blood here. There's no sign of where there would have been a struggle, and this place has supposedly been investigated. I don't know why this would have gone unseen.
Perhaps they refused to
Think
see
it's
it.
off.
Perhaps. Well, unless there's any objections,
You checked it for traps.
I didn't.
That's a good
Oh,
point.
thank you.
That's
I
like
checked it to
rule
see if it-
1 to adventuring. You've been doing this for
Right,
years.
I have
Oh,
not been
no,
an
he's-
adventurer for
he's a
years.
scholar.
I've been a professor for
Researching.
years. Adventuring is new to me. I checked it for runes.
In your breach guard, remember?
Yes, but that was more. I was like a professor there too, and a researcher. This is, with all of you, this is the most adventuring I've done in my lifetime.
But I believe you can do this, and I cast guidance.
Thank you for your belief. in
I'll
me.
help him look for traps if I can.
Advantage.
Oh.
But it's not necessary.
That was without the 1d4 because I'm dense. That's what I meant to do.
Just have a D4.
25.
It does not appear to be trapped. Yeah, it does not appear to be trapped.
Nothing that I can see.
Oh shit!
Well,
Pull the lever, I
Pull the lever.
suppose.
well, the lever
Yeah,
comes.
scooch in. There we go.
All right. And I pull the latch.
As you pull the latch, Lavos, you see another scene. This time, Isolde is standing behind you.
Okay.
Rowan here. Isolde with her book out, conjuring some sort of
Oh.
magic. And Rowan standing there staring at her. It's just a question, Isolde. There's no need to get physical about it. And Isolde's like, you're just like her. You're just like one of them. And she casts what do I want her to cast? She casts
Fireball.
no, it's too much.
Prestidigitation. Soil her pants.
No. God, no.
Disintegrate.
I think magical ethics woman does not cast disintegrate on people.
Fair.
All right.
There.
She would cast, let's say, like scorching ray at a pretty high level
Okay.
scorching ray at Rowan, and you would see them all just kind of like connect, and Rowan seems completely unfazed. Her cloak now like burnt. She takes it off, and she's not taken any damage. As you can see, this almost like effect of the splotches of her purple skin kind of like not pulsing, but like having some sort of visual effect, like a mirage
Yeah,
like does.
I see.
And Isolde drops her book, and then Rowan is right next to Isolde, and she says, "If you won't tell me, then I'll just have to find out for myself," and puts her hand on Isolde's forehead, and that disappears. At the same time,
No.
Galleon, you would hear a thud in one of the drawers of the desk.
I open it.
It's locked.
Open the drawer. Does it? Either of you good with locks? I'd prefer not to damage anything in here, as we told them we'd leave it unspoiled.
I could freeze it, I suppose.
I'm
And then
quite
we
good
could
with
hit
that.
it.
Is it a padlock or like inset
like
lock
a
on the drawer
lock,
itself?
like you would use like a
You would use a
cabinet
key.
lock, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
Okay.
Are looking for a key while they're discussing how to
Romeo,
break this open. But if they want to
I'll have a look
continue
for it.
trying to break it open,
I have
Ooh,
advantage.
hold on.
You over here yet?
I'm looking for a key, and your cat-like eyes would be a great help.
I'm on all fours looking under the desk.
Oh shit.
You don't roll with advantage.
Did I roll anything?
Yeah,
I
you
did.
Yeah, you rolled a
Barely.
3.
Oh, hold on. I'll roll it again. 1d4.
Oh
Thanks,
shit.
Katash.
Thanks. Hey.
You're the best, Katash.
So as Katash is like looking under and his tail's kind of like curling, it accidentally swipes this piece of paper right here, and as it swipes it, the key is underneath.
I found a key. Gosh, that was amazing. I didn't know you had a prehensile tail.
Wait. I am 10% tabby. The rest of my family does not have it. My mom's mom had a tail. I get it from her side.
That's quite impressive, almost like the primate.
Oh.
All right. Here's the key.
Well, all right then. Here we go.
You pull it open. There's a notebook right on top of a like false board that's kind of like at an angle. There's like some papers and stuff underneath it, but the book seems to have like fallen on top of these papers. The cover of the book says A period read.
Oh.
Wait, a what?
Period.
A period read.
Oh, okay.
It's a mystery what it could be, but
I
we'll
have no
figure it out
clue.
You'll
eventually.
never
Anybody.
know.
Yep. Oh my.
Oh, this is incorrect.
Um,
Sorry.
at a I want to make sure of something. I'm aware of certain spells. Well, maybe I'm not. Well, I want to make sure it's not a spell book that has been magically protected against opening.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Guidance.
Guidance. 17.
It does not appear to be protected by anything.
Then I would slowly open
I would slowly back away from it.
it.
Oh, shoot.
Thanks for the raid. I'm like
Oh.
fixing notes
my
right
gosh.
now. Thanks for the raid.
Hey, Raiders. Welcome in.
And
Oh,
another
Lord.
nat 20.
Everything's
What was
put on.
that
Tosh.
for?
Excuse
Oh,
me.
Hello, Goblin Tuesday. Thank you so much for the raid. What was your wisdom save for?
Katash is looking at the vials on the bookshelf right now.
Was he trying to stop himself from drinking it?
Okay.
Just
Well,
do that.
you
Them
passed. Thank you for the
crashing,
shout out.
crashing to the
You passed.
crashing to the ground.
All right.
But he resists the urge to knock one off the shelf.
I assume you begin reading this journal, Josh.
Oh,
Galleon.
yes. Slowly opening. Slowly opening it to the first page. Yeah, and just
The first page seems kind of normal.
okay, scanning through the whole
And you
thing.
scan through it, and you see entry 12. Subject: spatial folding and anchoring theory. Today, I finalized the theoretical structure of a two-point anchor system for stable spatial folding. Traditional conjuration relies on mana tethering, but if dimensional space is treated as a malleable substrate, not unlike fluid dynamics and arcane pressure systems, it can be folded, not pierced. The breakthrough came while analyzing phase angles between overlapping ley lines. It is not the strength of the connection that matters, but the synchronization of their oscillations. I've begun drafting initial glyph matrices to harmonize with local mana fields. If calibrated properly, the anchor circle should displace the caster to a pre-described destination with 0 mana bleed.
That's where it ended,
Teleportation,
yep.
true, stable teleportation, is no longer fiction. Cries. Stupid internet. Oh, the
Did you read
date
this out
on that.
loud? Or...
Oh,
Oh, yeah, the date?
did you read it out loud though?
Well, oh yeah, I would have
Yeah.
been the
The
entire
date
time.
on entry 12 is the 8th of Yophiel, 2882.
It's only been two. The bridge has
3.
started
Yeah.
2 years ago.
No, I mean,
3.
Well,
Yeah, 3.
this lines up with what we know of Annie Reed. 2 years ago is when she disappeared. 2 years ago is when, because of those discoveries, we have the magic we have today for teleportation circles. This is
The rifts started 2 years ago as well.
3.
shortly thereafter.
3.
N-
I thought it was 2 years ago.
The rifts were after,
Okay.
right? The rifts were after this with Annie Reed.
Elwyn, didn't he say he saw him prior to 2 years ago?
Well, okay. Timeline? 3 years ago, teleportation circles were invented. 2.5-ish years ago, Roa disappeared. Awen said he
Mhm.
saw them 3 to 2.5 years ago, pretty much, between Roa disappearing and when the teleportation was created.
Okay.
Okay. You flip through some more entries to entry 23.
Yeah. Okay.
Subject. Oh, sorry. Date. The 17th of Sabrael, 2882. Subject. Glyph morphology and spontaneous runes. Today, something unexpected. During routine mana flow tests on the prototype circle, a surge of energy rippled through the chalk, harmless, but several glyphs changed. Not faded, not erased, they morphed, rewrote themselves into runes I've never studied, never drawn, never imagined. Their angles are recursive, the lines seem to bend towards themselves. I copied one down, it made me nauseous. The nausea faded, but when I closed my eyes, I could still see it. I showed the glyph to Lysara Tall. She didn't recognize it either, said it felt like it was watching her. She laughed when she said it, but I don't think she meant to. I'm gonna test it again tomorrow. I'm close. So close I can feel it. The circle works.
Well, she was every bit a researcher as I would expect. The excitement is palpable off these pages.
So the runes changed themselves. She did not create the rune.
No, she discovered them, and even then, I don't know to what extent, but it's clearly chaos magic.
These are
Perhaps.
these are the notes of Annie herself.
Yes, I believe so. From everything I've ever heard of her, these line up with the stories, though they provide a much deeper context than we've had so far.
I have to mention, I'm not sure if there's more you're reading, but when you pulled that lever, I saw another vision. If there's more you want to read first, you might want to do that.
No, please.
Okay. Well, it seemed that Isolde was getting defensive, and she started to conjure up magic to assault Rowan with. She threw it at her, and it hit her, but it had no effect at all. It slightly singed her clothing, but it's like her skin itself repelled it. And then Rowan carved the symbol on her forehead.
She was defending herself?
She was looking for answers, and Isolde wouldn't give her to her. She just gave her firebolts instead, and so she gave her a mark on her forehead.
Did she say anything when she carved the symbols?
Did she say, I forget specifically exactly what she had said now. Okay. Sorry. I was
You're
trying to
good.
fight laughter at the time.
You're good. Blame them.
Oh, I have to refresh.
It's
My
all so
bad.
exciting.
Oh, you probably have to refresh too.
Yeah.
Let me do that.
I do, yeah.
Oh,
My
I do
bad.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it, Nick.
Rowan said, if you won't give me the answers, I'll just have to take them.
That's right. She said, if you won't give me the answers, I'll just have to take them. Now, I'm not sure what these symbols do exactly, but considering that she wiped the memory of one man, do you think maybe she could take the memories of another?
It would stand a reason.
Sorry to interrupt with that, but
No, I'm happy you did.
What if
Oh, we need to know.
What?
she's not taking the memories, but simply teleporting them somewhere else?
one place to another?
Maybe transferring their
It's
mind.
Like writing down.
I'm not sure how magic works,
memory.
but that seems like it could be possible.
I
Perhaps
suppose.
Arazian himself.
Oh my.
Why? Why? What are you searching for, Rowan?
It seems like she's searching for Annie. But why?
And at what cost? And does the
Council
cost
members'
become
lives.
too much?
Seems. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gia. In the second vision that I saw, or third or whatever it was, when she was standing at the ledge and she poofed, did it look like she teleported, or that was the vision ending?
Mm-hmm.
She teleported. Okay. It seems like she had the ability to teleport before even finding Annie Reed here. So I can't imagine it was to get her research on teleportation, or maybe it was. I'm not sure. But in these visions, she's trying to find her, but she's teleporting in these visions.
That's a good deduction.
Was your daughter adept at magic prior to her disappearance?
Adept is a bit of a strong word. A proclivity to experiment on anything and everything? Yes, she was. She had a particular love for it, a curiosity that was insatiable. She could control magic, though she was no expert. Far from it, she was just a little girl. The strongest spell she cast was when the rift appeared near our state, and magic itself took on entirely different properties. But beyond that, no. This was outside of her capabilities. That much I can guarantee.
How curious.
Maybe there's answers in here. Has to be.
We continue reading.
Mm-hmm.
Entry 31. 21st of Bathiel, 2882. Subject. Phase shift successful. It worked. I stood in the center of the circle, activated the matrix, and felt the fold. No planar disruption, no bleed. The world folded and unfolded. I was in the garden in less than a blink. But something else was there. In the space between a fraction of a second. But I swear I saw a lattice, a great wheel, something moving within it. Not light, not shadow, something watching. I rechecked the runes. They held. The pattern shouldn't work, can't work, but it does. The symbols aren't of this world. I'm almost sure of that now. But they complete the cycle perfectly. Am I mad? No. The circle works. I must dig deeper. I must see what lies beyond this gate. And then you flip to entry 37. And I'm going to show this one to you, Josh.
Why would you make it my favorite number? What are you
Because
doing?
it's your favorite number.
You're-
Please go to
Oh shit, she showed it to me too.
37.
Okay, I'll read it out.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
fuck, no, I won't.
Are you reading it out loud?
God.
Yeah. Et il odon po tub ti adepno. Oh. Circle opened. But it opened everything.
It does not say open.
It does.
There's 2 O's and opened?
No, it's at the end of every line. There's a letter that stands out.
Oh,
It originally looked a lot
circle.
cooler, but it wouldn't save that way. I had it like in the
Circle
blank
open.
space. I had it like all jumbled,
But it opened.
but it wouldn't
Um,
save jumbled, and I was sad. And
Oh,
then I
that's
didn't want to make
fucking
a picture,
sick.
so it's there.
Yeah.
But the text
So
is
fucking
jumbled, okay, on the side of the page.
Okay, the text is jumbled. Yeah. Question:
Yeah.
These random ones that are bold, are they actually thicker characters or darkened?
Yes. So some of them are subscript, superscript, sorry, hyperscript.
Yeah.
Bolded, italicized, upside down, left and right. Whole 9 yards.
Okay.
Circle open, but it
Um,
opened everything.
yeah.
So this opened the rifts then, right?
It would seem that Danny Reed opened a way into whatever this other plane is that the rifts enter.
Do you think then that the reason that Rowan's trying to find her is to close them?
I wonder.
Or considering that Razian was one controlling one of them, I would be surprised. I don't know, actually.
We haven't thought of the opposite thing being true here, that perhaps Razian is not a bad guy in these rifts. Perhaps they're happening in both worlds. Perhaps he too wants them closed, for they're causing destruction and chaos in his realm.
And he's just simply found some way to temporarily control them?
Or to predict where they'll open.
I suppose that's possible. But then why would...
Would he do what he did to you then, Kelly? If he wasn't a bad guy.
Why? Yes.
You're closing
Maybe
the rifts on
if-
this side.
If anything, then exactly, our interests would align.
But unless closing them on this side had a negative impact on that side,
Do you think that Rowan went on this mission without Razian's knowledge? Maybe she's looking for Annie Reed to close these rifts, and he doesn't approve?
It's possible.
We won't know
You see
until we're
these-
able to properly question her.
These
I'm not sure we could ever
characters
lock her
at the
down.
end.
I
No,
could do it.
unless. Was that the final entry? Like, if I move forward in the pages, is there anything else after that, or is that the
It's
final
all
entry?
gibberish and repeating
Okay.
the same phrase.
Mm. If you see. What?
Ewan, do you have the book? I know it's in there now, but
Oh,
wasn't there writing in
right.
there?
With the shit pot.
Everyone go to
There
the
is
merch store,
writing.
pot of shit.
Yeah, a pot of shit for anybody else.
Is it in your bag of holding?
The pot of shit or the book?
Both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Roll me a 1d100.
Yes. Well, wait. Okay, now I gotta look. Journal, bag of holding. It says empty. So
I love the URL for that. Pot of sh-t.
Because it's an exclamation mark.
it's a tote bag too. That's great. Okay.
Nice.
The book is in there, yes, but the pot of shit is not. I got rid of the pot of shit.
Okay.
So 1d100.
So-
In fact, if you take all
No,
the bold
you only
characters,
need to take it. It was only if the pot of shit was in there.
I thought you were trying to send a hidden message, so I noted all the bold characters at the end, and if you rearrange them, they spell Throngle. Thank you.
Haven't done that since college.
It's a state of being in
Remember the
intense
last
pain or
time.
completely paralyzed.
Wait,
So-
it's an actual
What?
word?
Apparently, it's a state of being in intense pain or completely paralyzed. He cannot move after being viciously throngled.
I get that every day. Then what am I talking about?
Well,
Why did that weirdly work out?
I know. All right.
Okay, that was not intentional.
What if
Was there something you wanted with the book?
I just wanted to compare the writing style.
Oh,
Oh,
fair
good
enough.
question.
Open the book, look at the Annie Reid script, compare it to. I'll let Katosh compare.
This would be a calligrapher's tools if you have it. If you don't, insight.
Guidance.
Oh, that's definitely my strong suit.
Wait, who's rolling?
Katosh wanted to compare.
I
Oh
thought
yeah, I was
you-
guiding Katosh.
Oh, was
since
it
you
Katosh?
said-
Okay, I said
My
I
bad.
wasn't sure since he wasn't. Yeah.
I mean,
That makes a lot more sense. Nice.
Wonderful.
Hell yeah.
You can tell that this is you're comparing the gibberish. Yeah. They're not written by the same person.
it seems
So
as whoever we were communicating with is not the same as Annie Reid.
Honestly, with a 17, you can tell that the handwriting in the notebook is Lavos's.
In which notebook?
In the one that just
the
says Annie
first
Reid
one.
over and over.
No, yeah, the one that says Annie Reid over and over again. Is Lavos's handwriting.
Side eyes.
What?
I retain that information for now.
I retained that information for now. Okay.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
too would be curious.
How curious.
Not that curious.
Okay.
Right. So Annie Reed is the cause of the. So then perhaps the council.
Here's the
Because
question.
she opened.
It seems Rowan was looking for Annie Reed. Isolde was. She said you're just like them, right? She said you're just like them. She was unclear about who them was though.
I thought she said just like her.
She said her.
Just like them.
She
One
said,
of those.
"You're just like her. You're one of those." No, one of
Okay.
them. You're just
Okay.
like her. You're one of
them.
them.
Okay. She said you're just like
I'm
her.
trying to
You're.
figure out. Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Lavos, I'm trying to figure out how you were able to write in a book when you weren't writing. That the script in there, it matches your handwriting.
Oh, you mean my book? It's perplexing to me as well. Yes, but the chapters get added. There's no more. I'm pulling out my book now at this point,
Yeah.
showing him.
Uh,
No more.
no, but the other book. Then I'll hold up the one with the Annie Reed,
Mhm.
like scribbled all in.
I didn't write in that.
Look
Pull
at
out
it.
the other book.
If you compare the scripts, the scripts are what Yen saw the last time, where it's written by the same hand but a different person.
I see. I'm
Okay.
holding the book up to that. Oh my.
I had compared Lavos's handwriting to the handwriting in the journal before. So Lavos's handwriting matches the Annie Reed?
Mhm.
What aren't you telling us, Lavos?
Telling you everything that I know.
Oh, that's right.
Everything
You
that I've
got
seen.
amnesia.
Yes.
Yes, it's just 3 months of information I'm working with. But it's. She was looking for Annie Reed. Isolde said to her, "You're just like her. You're one of them," and then she attacked her. But that leads me to believe that Isolde knew where Annie Reed was, right? Otherwise, she'd just say, I don't know where she is. Go away." But she defended her.
I don't know what to think. I don't know what Rowan's doing. I don't know if she's innocent in all of this. I don't.
Clearly,
Am I
she's
going to
not
tell
innocent,
Miralay?
but does she have reason to be guilty? David Joel.
No, and I won't. I can't think that until I know for certain. I can't even imagine going to Miralay and telling her that news.
Nothing's for sure yet. You
No,
don't have to
it
tell her
isn't.
anything.
I need to find certainty.
Are there any mentions of Elwyn Thorne in that journal?
None that I saw. No. Are there? Okay.
You're literally just flipping through like the DMG or some shit. Love it.
Well,
No, there's not. What does this even tell us? It tells us that Rowan was looking for Annie, that Isolde must have known more than she let on. We still don't know what that is out there with that giant chamber. We don't know what any of this alchemical experimentation is.
We know Rowan could teleport before finding Annie Reed.
Which I suppose means that she could have stumbled upon anything from Annie, especially if the door opened, but it opened everything.
I imagine means the rifts, right?
It must. Which means that Annie Reed opened the rifts that now plague E and I.
Do you know of some sort of magical spell that prevents magic from being cast? And I actually think back to when
Arrows.
when Annie, or sorry, not Annie, I'm sorry, when Rowan teleported before, was there any sign? Did she say a word? Did she do a hand motion? Did she click her heels? Anything?
No.
No.
Nothing? Wow.
Fuck.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Sorry, I had asked the question if there was any magic that, and you said something in response.
Maros Quell. If there's anything, annulment
Abjuration,
magic would
yeah.
be.
Annulment.
Yes, it's a particular school from Zoindar. And his magic, or the III itself, might actually have some sort of magically enchanted bracelets, perhaps, to be able to suppress someone's magic. And if not, well, how not? They clearly have everything else. We should pay them a visit.
Believe that if we see your daughter again, there might be a way to her heart, her soul. Maybe we can't get the answers or force them out of her, but I think we can get her to say them.
At the end of the day, I am finding my daughter and bringing her back to Mirale.
At the end of the day, Galleon, will you be prepared to do what must be necessary if we cannot get through to her with words?
What must be necessary, Yen?
Not to kill her, but to stop her physically.
We can't. She didn't even utter a word or make a motion when she teleported. It just happened. And we saw the power of the Grand Architect. If she has a fraction of that, we don't stand a chance.
It's
He
only
ripped his
been a
heart
couple
out.
years, and she was not very adept at magic before. Perhaps she only knows a handful of spells.
Either way, if there's some way to contain her, then we must. That part I have no quarrels with.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't even know her reasoning
You
yet.
have my word.
Tosh, you take the candle?
With,
You know the candle.
That's immediately what I thought of.
I suppose we all will do what must be done. But I'll take the candle and I'll walk
Okay.
off.
You're
towards
throwing
it.
it down there.
Sorry. I think we're done reading, yes? Yep. I'm gonna look down.
Down there of all
I'm not-
places? Not the other giant holes? Okay.
This is just first of many.
So
That's
you
how
drop
I
it down
get candles
there.
around here.
You can see for about like maybe 100 feet total, the shadows of mechanical components.
I can help with that. I can enchant an object with light, and we can drop it that way.
Perfect. I'll grab a couple books off the shelf. And
No,
bring them down.
no, you won't.
Yeah, you might want to look away.
Stop it.
That was to the cadence of row, row, row your boat. Sorry, that was
No, you don't. Oh god.
Oh my god.
shit.
It really was. That was perfect.
I need a picture of all four of you in a rowboat at this
Yeah. Such niche humor.
I produce
Oh,
a flower, a lily, and
I would enchant it with light.
Ruin the sneezes.
drop this. Put the books back, you heathen.
Play some-
Okay. Where are you dropping it next? I guess is a better question.
Over here. I saw there was something in the sorts.
I'll create a bouquet of flowers for Galleon to set alight.
Love it.
Whee!
Where are we going?
That's what I'm
Oh, there's
saying.
I
Okay.
can't see anything in front of me, so this is the wrong one.
Oh, stop. Oh,
Whoa, whoa.
Galleon back as he's like stepping up.
Thank you, Katash. Can't see in front of me very well.
Yes. Yes. It seems there's a giant hole here as well. I saw there was gears. Is this like a moving building of sorts?
I don't know. Not that I had ever seen.
Not sure.
Do you drop the flower?
Let's take a look.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you drop the flower down. Now you can see very clearly there are these wooden gears, completely stopped, and some like metal pipes down here. The metal pipes leading away from that liquid tank that you guys saw at the front of the room.
Does it look like I'd be able to climb down the side? Like down there?
You can certainly try. Nathan's face.
Yeah.
Hold up.
You have a climb speed, right?
I do.
Ever seen a cat climb on air?
Yeah.
If you see him hit aluminum foil, yeah.
Then yeah.
It's on there pretty quick.
My God.
I bet it has to feel like nails on a chalkboard to them.
Stop.
You know
Oh,
what I'm
facts.
saying?
Stop.
Well, should we try dropping one beneath that giant chamber that we found at the beginning?
Yeah, I suppose.
Perhaps.
Couldn't hurt, at least.
Yes. Oh.
And you all die.
Yay!
Lavos been training quads, easy
Long
jump.
way.
I cast levitate.
Did Katash go the long way?
He did.
Yeah.
He went the proper way.
The proper way? Yeah.
I wish I could fly.
You and me both.
You're dropping it down here.
Oh, God.
Or was
Yeah.
this a
Oh,
place you're
no,
talking
no,
about, Galleon?
No.
Sorry.
Because
over
it's like
here,
basically
okay.
the same shit.
Well,
In
no,
the
like
grate?
We
like
could drop
right
one
here.
down between the grates, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Because yeah, the top there is about the same.
Yeah.
You
So
drop
between the
it
crates, we're dropping
down,
it.
and you see the pipes leading up to the tank, and some more wooden gears, and basically the same thing you saw before.
Okay, it makes
One
sense.
of these holes are not like the other.
Where do you
I'm
think these
afraid
gears are controlled
next
from?
You're wrong.
I'm not sure if there's much else for us to find here.
Was there any valves or levers or anything anywhere?
Not
Here
that I've seen.
and here.
Those are?
Let's turn some valves.
We were supposed to leave this place relatively untouched. If we were to turn something on that could be dangerous or even release some sort of gas, that would be very bad for Kodari.
Sure would.
Is there any of
Oh,
the
there's
liquid
water.
out and about?
There's water running here. I didn't even
He's
realize.
discovering things about her own map.
I
I
didn't
love
make
it.
this. We know
I
it.
know.
Made by CZ and Piku. Thank you.
Dizzy Baku!
Easy Bigu.
Why is this?
Is there
box of stone?
any of this liquid that was in the tank accessible?
Yeah, it's where Galleon's standing. No, I'm kidding. That's just
Well.
water. Not really. No.
Well, I think we've found just about everything we're going to find here then.
I think so.
Although, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go take one more look at the study.
What this did show, though, was it seems I have memories of the at least the death of one of these council members. I wonder if I have memories of the others. Perhaps we should go to the other incidents and see if there's more.
Well,
More
I do
answers.
know that Theron was killed in his apartment, from what I was able to find in my research.
I suppose if you know where that's at, that's the next place to go.
Was that Halvain? Or who was that?
Theros Halvain, yes?
I have Theron written down. Was it supposed to be Theros?
Theros Halvain.
Okay. Yeah. Then
I thought Halvain died in an office in the.
No, they were just investigating his office.
Yes, he died in his apartment, though. We
Oh.
could pay that a visit.
If you know where it's at, I suppose that'd be the next place.
All right.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, and I'm gonna make my way just through here to look for anything that pops out. All the way from where I'm
I
at now, all the
mean,
way through to the
You're gonna
study.
see things, you know, because there's a lot of alchemical components here and alchemy going on, but you don't see anything besides that.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get rid of this.
I'm gonna take the books over by where I'm standing, if they're seem to be pertinent to whatever experiment is going on over here.
You would see it's again like the stuff you found in the beginning, very just like conjuration based stuff. Nothing related to specifically the teleportation.
Well, I'm not finding much of anything else with detecting magic other than what we would expect to find. Perhaps we return to Traveler's Respite.
I suppose so. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I
We can
Formulate
visit
a plan from there.
Halvain's apartment tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Yes, that seems prudent.
Galleon.
Yes.
We still don't know her reasoning.
No, we don't.
It's hard to say she's innocent. But maybe she has a reason.
I know.
Sometimes the ends do justify the means, but
And sometimes they don't. And I would walk out.
sometimes they do.
Oop. Scoop. Bloop. Do you all walk out?
Yeah.
I wait for a second, just kind of look around the room and then walk out.
Lavos, as you walk out, you see Rowan and the 4 clockwork enforcers walking away. And suddenly, she just turns around. And her eyes just start wandering. And one of the clockwork enforcers just says, what's wrong? And she just very slowly says, nothing. And turns back around.
Oh.
And I suppose that is where we will end this session.
Oh. Oh my god, dude.
God.
What a fucking session. Holy
Seriously.
shit. That was
Holy
amazing.
shit.
So
Paul, you're
much
late.
excitement.
Fucking
That was
hell.
incredible. Holy shit.
Uh,
You're getting closer to the truth. As much
Yeah,
as
we
I
are.
did not
We
like
are.
it.
Wow.
fuck.
We're stuck.
Good shit. That's
Joel.
amazing.
I'm not done watching the session yet. Well,
Oh, God.
we'll
Ah,
come next
that was so
time
good.
and go investigate Theros Halvain.
Theros Halvain. Did you just send Josh when you had sent me?
The truth is, I did it. Oh, Jesse. Jesse's actually. What? I gotta watch.
watch this or see whatever the hell this is. Maybe I should go to the bathroom first, knowing
I gotta go to the bathroom real bad. Yeah.
All right, stream
Ring the
chat.
bell.
I hope you
GG.
guys enjoyed the session.
Easy,
I
huh?
hope you guys are so excited for the merch
Easy.
shop. I know I am.
Yeah.
I gotta buy some stuff. I can't just make it. I gotta buy it.
Yeah,
Too.
I'm so excited.
Appreciate you all. You can check out the session on YouTube. Thanks, Nick. If you missed it, stop shouting me out. We're already here. And yes, please shout out Goblin Tuesday. If anyone's still here from Goblin's Raid, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Sorry I can't really interact. That's probably the most I'll ever interact during a raid, and it's because I was editing something. But thank you so much. And yeah, everyone have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Nobody got any qualms
Thank you.
with that?
Y'all. No.
I don't.
Yo,
Does
I got
anybody got
Oh,
a problem with that? No, I don't
One of
Anyone
you?
have an issue?
Should be good.
Thanks for being
I'm
here,
chilling on my
bestie.
end.
To begin.
All right. Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye, stream.